The New England Patriots are obviously projected to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. And to be fair, they probably will be. However, out of any bad team in the league, the Patriots might be set up the best for the future, having who is assumed to be their quarterback of the future in Drake May, 3 good young receivers, and of course a good defense that isn't too old. But there is still a lot of work to do with this team. Don't get me wrong. So today, we are going to see if we can turn this from a team that could contend for the #1 pick in real life, if everything goes wrong, to possibly the best overall team in the league by the end of this. We'll have to see what happens. But super quick, on the Seahawks 10-year rebuild I did, we almost got to 1,500 likes. So be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy, and if we can get to 2,000, it'll let me know y'all want to see another 10-year rebuild. Or, I mean, I can even do another Patriots rebuild later on in the year. So let me know down in the comments either A, what team I should do a 10-year rebuild of, or B, if I should just do another Patriots rebuild later in the year, because this could be a very different looking team in a few months. And massive shout out to Watery Juice for the suggestion of this video. I think they were the most recent. But yeah, if you want to shout out or if you just want to let me know what you want to see again, let me know any ideas down in the comments. And last thing, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because literally all I do on the channel is rebuilds. So if you like rebuilds, you're definitely in the right place, trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. And I guess I'll share my opinion on this Patriots offseason. It was mostly quiet in free agency. I mean, who did they even add? I guess Chukwuma Okorafor and like Antonio Gibson, Jacoby Brissett. So I don't even know if I have an opinion on their offseason. But for the draft, I do think Drake May was the right pick. I like him a little more than Jaden Daniels. I like both. I wouldn't be surprised if either one ends up being better. And he's an interesting player because normally I'd be concerned about throwing a rookie QB into a bad team, but he hasn't exactly had it great at North Carolina in recent years, so at least in real life, I still think they should, you know, start Jacoby Brissett. Not because I don't think Drake May's better, but I just always love the strategy of sitting your rookie QB for a year, letting him learn, and then putting him in the next year when the offense is hopefully a little more stable. But I feel like Drake May could handle it, because again, he's been through it a little bit. We'll obviously start him here year 1. But for the rest of the Patriots draft, I mean, I'm sure Patriots fans aren't going to like to hear it, but I didn't love it. The Jalen Polk pick I was fine with. I do like Javon Baker a lot, and then honestly, I feel like their biggest oversight in the offseason was this offensive line. I mean, David Andrews still solid, but he's getting older. Cole Strange hasn't been great. I didn't hate that pick when they made it, but he hasn't been amazing. Mike Nwainu's a really underrated lineman, but other than him, like Caden Wallace, I don't love that. Like, this could be another year of really bad offensive line play. I mean, you never know. I could be wrong about Caden Wallace, and he could be great as a rookie, but I wouldn't have made that pick. And then the defense is the Patriots defense. It should be really good, so that's my analysis there. Probably our most interesting player on defense for this rebuild is going to be Christian Gonzalez, who I feel like Madden did a little dirty with only star dev. He was a monster before he got hurt last year, but we'll have to see how good he can end up being here by year 10. But all right, that's enough yapping. Let's see how this team does year 1. Should we get to the mid-season? I guess we should, because we'll have some re-signings. So we'll see how this team does in simulation. I might even mess with the depth chart a little more. I might try to get Polk and Baker more playing time year 1. We'll see. Okay, at the mid-season point, we are 3-4. I see an interesting game here. So the 3 teams we beat are the Jets, 49ers, and Texans. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know the Patriots schedule. I didn't know it was this hard. I wouldn't be stunned if they don't have a win by week 8. I mean, I'm sure they'll sneak one because weird stuff happens, but this is rough. Knowing Madden, I'm surprised we're not like undefeated just because simulation is interesting in this game, but the fact that we destroyed the 49ers and Texans is crazy. But we have some re-signings to make here. We have 148 million in cap. We'll re-sign Josh Uche, who they just don't like for some reason. He's looked good every time he's played. I mean, he was their starter a couple years ago, but I think they have Anthony Jennings starting over him, which he isn't bad, but I think Josh Uche is a lot better. 5-year deal, though, I wouldn't want to do that. I would do like 3 years, 28. He takes it. No idea how he does in this game, so I guess we'll find out, but didn't they extend Jabril Peppers? I don't know. We'll re-sign him either way. 3 years, 24. Ramondre Stevenson, if he was interested, then definitely. I feel like they also extended him. How outdated is Madden? Yep, they gave Stevenson a 4-year, 36 mil deal. I'm surprised it's that much, but I mean, he's a good running back. Doesn't re-sign. Jelani Tavai, 4 years, 38 mil. Don't tell me that they already extended him too. So we're basically just making the moves that they've already made. That's fine. Jonathan Jones is gonna regress, but he's super cheap. I'll go 2 years, 14. That's fine. He takes it. Devon Godshaw, they've already re-signed. I think it was a 3-year deal, 3 years, 18. He takes it. Okay, I think we're good for now. We'll also have to re-sign David Andrews or replace him, I guess. That's a lot of re-signings for year 1. Again, I guess most of them are already done, but still. Also, Dietrich Wise, but he's kind of slowing down in real life a little bit. At least he did last year. Maybe he'll bounce back. I don't know. But let's get to the end of the year. If we make the playoffs already, I'm honestly going to be disappointed. We'll see what happens. Okay, good. We finished 4-13 year 1. I thought this was going to be one of those classic rebuilds where we have a bad team on paper and then do super well year 1, and then we make the team like the best in the league and we go 8-9. I don't know if the Patriots will be 4-13 in real life this year. I mean, we'll see though. What? This might be the lowest amount of passing touchdowns I've ever seen. Drake May had 3,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 5 picks? Like, did we throw the ball? I guess we did, but did our offense ever get past midfield? This is the weirdest stat line I have ever seen. I mean, you would usually expect, you know, if a quarterback is bad, they'll have like 10 touchdowns and like 15 picks or something. 10 touchdowns and 5 picks. That's, I don't even know what to say about that. But Ramondre Stevenson, less than 800 yards and 3.8 per carry, 10 touchdowns. How about we find a new offensive playbook already? But Demario Douglas, I feel like I'm gonna accidentally call him Demario Davis. I don't know why, but 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Baker, almost 700 yards. Polk, only 580. We should probably be a little more pass heavy than this. I mean, oh God, okay. Hey, rare Madden Simulation W, our bad tackle does bad. I mean, I don't know if Caden Wallace will be bad, but he's not a great overall here. And he was actually our worst lineman instead of, you know, a good lineman. David Andrews was pretty terrible too, but also we didn't even pass much, so to allow 17 sacks is insane. I mean, that's insane in general, but still. But 120 tackles for Bentley led the team. TFL's 20 for Barmore, 18 for Keon White, 14 for Uche, 10 for Bentley. But sacks? 9.5 for Tavai led the team. Barmore was 7, 6.5 for White. Whatever. 1.5 for Josh Uche. So maybe extending him was a mistake. We'll see. That was in 1,071 snaps. In real life, let's see. Last year, he at least had 3 sacks, but that was only in 300 snaps. And in 2022, he had 11.5 sacks in only 373 snaps. Yet here he had 1.5 in almost 1,100. Something ain't adding up there, but sure. And we had 4 total picks. I'm already wondering if we should change both playbooks. We had a good defense, but it sure didn't feel like it. We'll keep the defense, but I don't know if I've ever seen the Patriots do well in Madden, I'm gonna be honest, but Patrick Mahomes wins MVP with Dak at 2 and Lamar at 3. Josh Allen at 4. Big surprise. The same as every year, other than when Hurts or Burrow wins it sometimes. But Offensive Player of the Year goes to Isaiah Pacheco. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Old Man Khalil Mack. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Keon Coleman. Drake May at 2. I didn't even think he would be close. He was not great. Malachi Corley doesn't have a face. That's interesting, but Javon Baker at number 7. Jalen Polk at 10. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Leatu Latu. No Patriots. Did they even draft any defensive players? Wait a minute. Did they? I think they drafted a corner at least, right? Yeah, they drafted Marcellus Dial, but damn, they really went for offense, which I respect. If you have a horrible side of the ball, do everything you can to fix it, especially if you're bringing in a rookie QB. But let's already change the offensive playbook. What do we want to go with? Would it be sacrilegious to go with the Bills offense as the Patriots? Maybe, but that's been my go-to as of late. Honestly, the last few times I've used the Chiefs offense, it hasn't been very good. And that's been like the offense for Madden. So we'll try the Bills. We have a lot of receivers that we want to use and develop. And the Bills offense in Madden uses the top 3 receivers a lot. Unless they changed it for Madden 25, I don't know. But let's get into our first off season here. Let's hope for some dev traits, some dev increases or whatever you want to call them. And let's definitely work to fix this offensive line. That's my main concern. But okay, for the rest of our re-signings, we still have to re-sign re-sign Ramondre Stevenson. Honestly, well, no, they did extend him in real life, so I have to. If he does, I mean, if not, I'll just tag him and then we'll set his contract right. Okay, he does take it, so we'll set it back to like 3 years or whatever he got. I guess I'll pick up the 5th year for Cole Strange because it's only 9 mil. That's a little surprising, but we'll pick it up. And then everyone else, I'm probably good. Chukwuma Okorafor, he actually did all right, but not interested. We could bring him back in free agency though. Oh yeah, David Andrews too. He kind of sucked. He's kind of horrible in this game in general. Dietrich Wise did all right though, right? Or did he play? No, he didn't play. Okay, never mind. So let's get into free agency. I doubt we're going to be too busy, but we might do some stuff in free agency. Depends who's available though. Ooh, Zach Martin is here. I know he's older, but our O-line is still a little concerning. He allowed 0 sacks this year, which is rare. Ooh, Paulson Adebo too. I kind of want Paulson Adebo. I know we have good corners, but Jonathan Jones is like 31 now or something like that. And we do need someone opposite of Christian Gonzalez for this rebuild. So, I mean, we have money to spare and he isn't very expensive at all, but I'll look through the rest of free agency and we'll see what we can do. Okay, we're actually going to do a few interesting things here. We're also going to go for Zach Martin. We'll try to get him. It's only a 1-year deal, I think, which is fine. I'm still expecting to draft at least 1 or 2 linemen this year, depending on how good the class is, which I don't think it's a great class, but there should be some good ones. And then, of course, Paulson Adebo and Joe Tryon, who, in Madden at least, is really good a lot of the time. Never, like, amazing, but it's really hard to find guys that consistently get, like, 8 sacks. And in Madden, Joe Tryon is, like, the one player that will do that. Now that I say that, he's gonna get, like, 2 next year if he signs with us, so can't wait, but we'll try to get these 3. All 3 of them do sign, and we do get all 3. This is a really nice class. Mostly defense, or well, I guess 2/3 defense, but 3 pretty big needs on the team. Oh, and you know what? We could kick Mike Nwenu out to right tackle. I do like him more at guard, but I mean, he's good at tackle too. But all right, this offseason makes me feel a lot better about this team already, and we still have the draft to get to, so let's see what we can do. But in the draft, despite, you know, being 4 and 13, we pick all the way down at number 4. The Giants have the number 1 pick, the Panthers at 2, but the Broncos at 3? I mean, I guess you never know. Honestly, though, for the first round, I don't know what I want to do. There is one... Oh, he doesn't show up here. There's one top 5 talent that we have scouted. That is John Vasquez. So we'll definitely take him round 2. I mean, he would be worth it here, I guess. I mean, that's debatable because he is a center, but still technically be worth it in terms of his overall. But unfortunately, there just isn't a great tackle this year, and that was my focus position. This is why I never set tackle as my focus position. Sometimes there are good ones early on, like really good ones, but God, just look at the rest of this, though. There isn't a single value pick, like literally not one. Always go interior O-line. I mean, sometimes they don't play well if you move them out to tackle, but to be fair, I don't know if tackles play well if you have them at tackle. Ooh, one of my focus scouts was pretty good, Matthew Hamilton, first round talent. So I don't, like I said, I don't know what I want to do in the first round here. There being no good tackles just ruined my plan. And at the top of the board, it's just all QBs. How does Brian Harrison look? Not that we really need a receiver anymore, but he looks good. Probably not worth a top 5 pick though, unless one of those A ratings are like a 99, which I would have no way of knowing. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times, there need to be A+ ratings. I think I'm just gonna trade down, because like there are tackles that aren't really worth it. QBs, oh, there is a corner, I didn't even notice. I thought I said QB. Ooh, he looks good. I mean, he looks insane, but drafting a corner in Madden is like the easiest thing you can do. He'll probably be like an 80-something, so it's either we're probably gonna take him or trade back. I think we'll probably just trade back. I don't know how far I want to trade back though, because I might trade back really far, honestly, because I don't want anyone in the first round, really. Like, I'm good. How does Bryce Stevens look at tight end, actually? Not great. Ooh, Rodney Buchanan's interesting, though. 4.5 speed, a 4.48 at his pro day. At least good strength. I don't know if he's great, though, because he only has good deep route running. This is kind of an unlucky first draft, but maybe not, because we should be able to get some good picks next year. Okay, we're going to be trading down with the Saints. They do need a QB. I should have maybe charged them more, because we knew they were coming up for a QB, but whatever. We're getting a first next year, and then a second and a third this year, because I do like the, day 2 players in this class a lot, especially the linemen. But at 22, if the tight end's here, I might take him. I, again, just don't know if he's great, but I think he's good. How does Jerry Fulton look? Good, but not super fast. He does have great speed and elite acceleration, though. That's very debatable, running a 4.73. Does look pretty good, though. Elite strength. I don't know. We don't need a tight end too bad right now, obviously, but Hunter Henry is getting older. It kind of looks like there are some solid tight ends down the board, but honestly, I just don't know if there's an amazing tight end here because none of them are great route runners. This is way tougher than it should be for a team that has a lot of holes. Pause. Spencer Dillard looks really good at corner. I wouldn't take him yet, maybe with one of those picks we traded down for, but ooh, Steven Biggers looks pretty good too. I'd probably change his last name because I don't want to be saying that for the whole rebuild, but he does look really good. Yeah, this is going to be such a weird pick because we don't need a safety at all, but I think he's an insanely good safety. A play-rec, pursuit, awareness. We're assuming A zone, great speed, elite strength, literally checks all the boxes for an amazing safety. Really strange first pick, but we'll take him. Ranked number 3 in the class, hidden dev. Sounds good to me. Took a while to figure that one out, but it ended up working out. Now, please tell me the center's still here. He is, okay. John Vasquez, not thinking twice about it. Elite strength, almost all A ratings. Honestly, I'm surprised he is a top 5 talent with only D run block finesse, because usually you want to look for nothing below a C, but I guess everything else makes up for it, so gonna be our second top 5 talent player of the draft already. Ranked number 2 in the class. I bet number 1's already gone, unfortunately. So I doubt we can get 3, 2, and 1, but very good player. Now with our later second, let's see, there's some good guards. Are they still available? Okay, Hamilton is. He would probably be our left tackle this year, which I don't know if I feel amazing about that, because rookie tackles in Madden are something else a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes they're okay as a rookie, but if they are, they'll suck the next year. It's always a fun game to play in Madden. Marco Marshall as a UDFA looks decent. I don't know why I'm looking at UDFAs in the late second round, but welcome to the channel if you're new here. Okay, who was the good corner? Oh, I think he's gone. Or was it? Oh no, it was Dillard. The only problem with him is he's 23. Let me see, is there a corner with elite speed? No, okay. I mean, do we really need him though? We did just draft what is probably going to be our slot corner this year. We really don't need Dillard. Let's just go with the guard, I think. Or maybe there's a really good receiver. I guess we could still maybe draft one. Ooh, I don't love taking physical receivers in Madden. They always look good, but they're rarely as good as they look. Zamel Dansby is a weird player. Ran a 4.56, but has elite acceleration and change of direction and great agility. A short route, A catching. I think I'm gonna take this guy. He looks pretty bad, straight up, but the A ratings in the 2 elite traits is usually a sign of a good player. I'm not gonna take him here. I am just gonna go with Matthew Hamilton, because we know he's good. First round talent. Ranked 18, got him at 54. Looks like a big ball of concrete with the gray suit on, but ooh, Buchanan's still available. Probably good I didn't take him then. It's probably not a good sign. Should we go Dansby here? Let's go with Buchanan. We'll see if he has a dev trait. He has elite traits, few A ratings. Ranked 63, got him at 68. Okay, he does at least have hidden dev. I am very glad I didn't take him round 1. And now let's take a chance on Dansby. Ranked 56, got him at 86. I mean, that's a good pick. I don't know why I sound disappointed. He also does have hidden dev. 97 change of direction, 93 agility, 94 excel. Superstar dev? We'll see. But all right, I think I'm just gonna sim the rest of this out, but that was a very good first draft class. What? Why can you put... What is this? That's a... Oh, it didn't change? I don't know. What should I make his last name? Stevens. That's annoying enough. We'll do it. I feel like I've seen players in Madden name that in the draft classes. So Stevens, our GOAT, our king. 81 overall. I honestly thought he would be a touch better than that. I guess it makes sense though that he isn't, because he was ranked 3, and I figured Vasquez wasn't much higher than an 81 because he did have a D rating. But both are 81 overalls, 2 very, 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 very good picks. And then Matthew Hamilton's 77 really makes this not look like that good of a pick, but I mean, it was. He was ranked, what, 18? Something like that. We got him at 40 or like 54. I don't know. I just saw the numbers a minute ago and I already forgot, but whatever. I guess he'll be our left tackle. I don't know if I love that, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, it should be better than Caden Wallace did. And then then Rodney Buchanan, 74 overall. I always forget that ranked like 63 is still a pretty good player out of 74. Of course, 89 speed, 88 excel, not the best route runner in the world, that's the problem, but could be our starter in the near future. And then Dansby, like I said, I'm half tempted to start him. I guess I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. I'm half tempted to start him. I don't know who we would put him over though. It would probably be Douglas Polk because he was a higher pick than Baker, and then Dansby as either the 3 or the 2. We'll see, because like I did actually say, I shouldn't say it because it's not going to happen, but I think he could have superstar dev. We'll see. And then I decided to take Max Hall. He sucks. He's really bad. He had A finesse moves, which he does have 77 finesse moves. It's just it's kind of all he has. So whatever. I'm still worried about our pass rush, but to be fair, it's not like the CPU did much better with the rest of the picks. 67, 68, 67, whatever. Paul Richardson, Seahawks legend. Let's go. Why would we have a QB battle between Drake May and Bailey Zappi? I mean, I guess respect Bailey Zappi, but no. Also, we went 0-3 in the preseason. That's fun. I always explain this, but doesn't matter in real life, obviously. But in Madden, if you aren't good in the preseason, it's usually not a good sign. I guess it depends, though. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year number 2. Looking much better. Of course, a ton of rookies here. 3 starting on offense. I guess 4 if you count Buchanan at fullback. Whatever. And then 1 starting on defense. Also, wait, who's Dowling again? This is just someone the CPU took. He has star dev. Well, I'm assuming it's star. I guess it could be superstar, but it's hidden. We could start him over Devon Godshaw if we wanted to, just to, try to get that development. I know the Patriots like Devon Godshaw. I mean, he's a good player, but I feel like starting Dowling could be a shot at a great player. And you know what? We're still in kind of a developmental phase, so let's just start the young players. Why not? I mean, actually, I think we'll have to make him like one of the main rush defensive tackles or something to get him playing time. I don't know. But yeah, we're up to an 83 overall. Looking good. Drake May playing with +6 morale for some reason. Up to an 80, but 4 temporary boosts, 2 morale. Has really high accuracy thanks to that morale and boost and whatever else. I don't know if we're going to be great this year though, but honestly, we don't need to be great yet at all. We're still developing, like I said, so we'll see how this team does. I'm going to expect like probably 2 wins at the midseason. I guess we could do better because we don't have a great overall team yet. And that's how Madden works, but we'll see. So let's get to the midseason point and hopefully we can do pretty well. Or not. I don't care this year, really. Okay, we are somehow 4-3 at the midseason. I mean, we are up to an 84 overall. Not that that's great, but I guess it is solid. Like, we are better than a fair amount of teams. I guess once we start to get up here with teams like the Chiefs and Cowboys, they're a lot better, but there are some teams we're better than. I don't know if we should have a winning record. I think we should be more like 2-5, or I mean, maybe 3-4, but that's kind of nitpicky, so whatever. That's about fair. Our defense is really carrying us, though. We have the 2nd best defense in the league. Again, when I usually use the Patriots defense, it's horrible. But here we're doing pretty well, thankfully. Now, let's see. We have more re-signings. Who do we have? Marcus Jones, he's replaceable. God, they had, what? Jack Jones, Marcus Jones, Miles Jones, or wasn't there another Jones at corner for the Patriots? I mean, there's Jonathan Jones. I'm thinking of Miles Bryant, but I mean, that's still 4 Joneses I named, or 3, I don't know. Close enough. So we'll see. We also found a UDFA, Lamar Day, only 21 years old with star dev, but Juwan Bentley will resign 3 years, 25 mil. He takes it. If Zach Martin doesn't retire, then I would go like another year, 23 mil. We could also just wait for him to regress. That might be what we do, actually. And then everyone else is just backups. I wouldn't be surprised if Taki ends up being pretty good for them if he gets a shot, but he's not interested, almost 30. So much more boring re-signing class than last year, but still there were a couple important players. So we'll again reassess Zach Martin at the end of the year. But speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year, and I wouldn't be shocked if we choke really bad here. We might not, but we'll see what happens. Okay, never mind. We finish year 2 at 11-6. Apparently we were 11-4 at one point. I see a loss to the Bills and a loss to the Saints, who are probably lower overall teams than us, because that makes sense. I guess 2 playoff teams, but let's check out what went right this year. So Drake May, still not that many passing touchdowns, 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns. That would be really good for real life. I always say this, but in Madden, that's like fine. That's more like 20 in Madden, I guess. I guess it depends on the year, though. Sometimes quarterbacks are crazy. Sometimes they're not great in Madden. But only 7 picks and a 70 completion percentage, so very good year. Ramondre Stevenson, 1,000 yards, 4 per carry, 14 touchdowns. Still not amazing. Like 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. That's good on paper, but only 4 per carry. And 4 fumbles. That isn't great. But Demario Douglas, 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns. Almost 900 for Dansby, 5 touchdowns. Polk, 800 yards. We'll take it, but okay. Our tackle duo wasn't great. Matthew Hamilton, this is what I was scared of, allowed 15 sacks. Did a lot better than Caden Wallace did, to be fair. 2 less sacks in like 100 more snaps, but that still isn't great. But our interior was really good this year. John Vasquez at center only allowed 1 sack. Only star dev, though. That's surprising. But on defense, Tavai, that's confusing, led the team with 101 tackles. TFLs 14 for Keon White, 11 for Josh Uche, 10 for Barmore, and sacks 10.5 for Keon White led the team. 7 for Uche, 6.5 for Barmore, 6 for Joe Tryon, only 3 for Dowling. It looks like Dowling didn't play as much as I hoped, but still 500 snaps, so whatever. Picks? Looks like that might have been our issue on defense. Only 3. Interception numbers are way too low in Madden. It's weird, though. I feel like for some QBs, the numbers are too high, but, well, no, I guess not. Maybe. God, Dak Prescott. Don't even get me started on that. Gonna win MVP here, that's for sure. So I guess there were a lot of picks, but I feel like the team we're always on usually ends up with like 4 picks a year. We literally were last in the NFL. That's great. Last in the league in real life was 6. There were 3 teams worse than that here, and there are every year in Madden. How about 2022? Raiders and Giants both had 6. 2021, Raiders had 6. So it's not just me, it is too low. And I mean, 2021, the Cowboys had 26, Patriots 23, Bills 19, Colts 19, Rams 19. Like, that's way higher than all these. Whatever, at least everyone collectively gets less picks in Madden. Thankfully, it's not just the team that I'm using, even though we did have the least. Whatever. But, ooh, I see new ability unlocked for Matthew Hamilton. Y'all know what that means. Let's check out our dev traits. So Matthew Hamilton, of course, has Superstar. That's cool. But, unfortunately, Dansby only has Star. That's fair. I was hoping he could have Superstar, but that's fine. And then on defense, we didn't really have... Never mind. I forgot about Stevens. He has X Factor. God, our secondary is gonna be insane. I mean, it already is. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think Stevens really did anything this year. Did he have one of the picks? No. And only 4 pass deflections, but whatever. Hopefully he starts to do better. I'm still unsure about this defense, though. Like, the sacks and everything were good. It was good as a whole, but the interception numbers, I'm worried about. I'm obviously not gonna touch it, but if it starts to get bad, I won't be surprised, and I'll probably change it. But should I click on scenarios? I feel like half the time I click on storylines, I end up picking something wrong and giving a player -20 morale, like I did with Ramondre Stevenson at the start of the year. I promised I would get him a better O-line, and we very much did, but I promised left guard, and that was, I guess, one of the 2 positions we didn't massively upgrade, and he was like, you lied to me, coach. I'm like, do you not see the rest of the players we added, though? I feel like it should be if you're gonna go O-line, it should be the, like, average gets better, or just, like, a big addition at any spot on the O-line. I don't know. I feel like that's what the scenario should be. Also, I'm not even paying attention to these. I probably should be. All right, what's the meeting about? Let's give our D-line power moves. That's one I always go with. I mean, that should be pretty helpful for us. We've already had really good defensive line play, especially thanks to Keon White this year. But all right, let's see if we can win this game. We don't really deserve to. The Ravens are an 88 overall, and they're at home, but either way, what happens, happens. Okay, we do lose. That's fair. I would be more disappointed if we were the higher overall team, but they were 3 overall better, so I'm fine with it, and it's only year 2. But what should we do in the offseason this year? I really don't know. I mean, of course, our amazing secondary only gets 3 picks, but we can't really upgrade it because it's already great, so that's just a certified EA moment. That would be the one thing, you know, like performance-wise we could upgrade, but I guess maybe our edge rush duo, because Uche and Joe Tryon weren't great, but like our pass rush as a whole was pretty good, mostly, and Matthew Hamilton really was not very good at left tackle, but we're probably still just gonna leave him there, because I mean, we would get another rookie left tackle and he would suck, and then we'll just see how Hamilton does next year first. So we'll have to see what we want to do, but for re-signings, we'll pick up the 5th year for Gonzalez, and then Oh, no, wait. Okay, I found one thing we can do. Zach Martin, unfortunately, did retire. Oh, yeah, we're down to an 83. Did we lose a defensive player, too? I mean, sometimes... Okay, I don't think we did. We just regressed a little bit. So we're gonna need a right guard. That's at least one thing we can do. I mean, we have City So and Caden Wallace. It could be worse. But, I mean, we'll definitely add one. Ooh, and Demario Douglas, I almost didn't even notice, did go up to Superstar Dev. Didn't really get much development, but is decent. Oh, he didn't get any XP. Okay, that's fair. Also, all stars on defense looks a little ugly, other than, I guess, Stevens, but he doesn't, like, he's our slot corner, so he doesn't show up on the depth chart here. I'm really surprised Keon White didn't get Superstar. That's weird. I guess he was probably one TFL away, because I think, well, I don't know, he had 15 or 18 TFLs last year. I don't know. I used to think, you know, getting 15 TFLs gives an automatic, like, Superstar or something, but apparently not. But all right, let's get into free agency. I'm just rambling at this point, and let's see if there's anyone good. We are, again, gonna look for a right guard until he retires next year. Ooh, well, I was mostly joking, but, I mean, that might be what we do. Joel Bitonio's here. Ooh, Taylor Moton's here. He usually does really well in Madden. We might think about that instead of Joel Bitonio. Plus, he's interested, a few years younger. We'll do that. And at least in Madden 24, Jalen Phillips is not very good. He's just fine here, like 8 sacks. I mean, I guess it's about what he gets in real life, to be fair, but I feel like he's capable of more in real life when healthy. Honestly, I don't really know if I want too many players here, though, because most players aren't interested, despite us making the playoffs, so that's fun. Ooh, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about tight end, but... we could, just we don't really use a tight end with the Bills offense, so it might be a waste, but it would look good on paper. How hard would it be to get Kyle Pitts? Not very. We could even go team friendly if we wanted to. I mean, 4 years, 52. Again, we won't use him too much, but I still think it'll be worth it. This is a weird free agent class we're going for, but bear with me here. And I think that's all we're gonna do. So Kyle Pitts and Taylor Moton, we do get both of them. That could be enough to make this offense good. We'll see. Left tackle's still an issue, but we're just gonna hope and pray that Hamilton plays better next year. So we'll move Onwenu back into right guard because he wasn't great at right tackle. And I mean, we're looking, I don't want to say great yet, but we're pretty well balanced already. But let's get to the draft, and I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. Ooh, one more thing we should think about. Let me check free agency here. Ramondre Stevenson, again, I like him a lot in real life, but in Madden, he's not great. Okay, there wasn't really a good free agent here. I think Brian Robinson actually does well sometimes. Let me see. I mean, it's hard to say when he's the number 2. He was on the Falcons too. That's must have gotten traded. I don't know. I guess. Why not? He's cheap. He'll be a good number 2, maybe. That's kind of pointless, but let's get to the draft and we'll see what we want to do. But all right, in the draft, we pick at number 23. Oh, and 20. I forgot we had 2 first this year. Of course, neither are great, but I mean, at least we have 2. Hold on a minute, though. We do have 2 first-round picks. I was gonna say, are y'all thinking what I'm thinking, which is trading up, but I did look at our focus position, which was receiver, and unfortunately there isn't like an amazing one. There are no top 5 talents. There are a lot of like mid-first round talents, maybe like a number 6 in the class talent, I don't know, which maybe, I always gotta think about that. Hold on, maybe this guy is like the number 6 talent in the class. Dion McGee looks insane. What's weird is he's a playmaker receiver, but he only has D to F carrying and D to F juke move, D to F spin move. Isn't that like, shouldn't that be your whole thing? I mean, you have good ball carrier vision and B break tackle, but that's it. Is he just mislabeled or I don't know, but I'm a little bit tempted. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he is projected to go in the top 5 though, so I don't know if I want to trade up that much for him. Should we just, you know, thug it out and get to our pick? Ooh, maybe. I mean, Justice Hankins, another playmaker receiver. Doesn't look as good, but good. When he does have a couple elite traits. Okay, let's just hope he falls to us. I think that's our best strategy. I think he did. I mean, I don't know if I want to call this a no-brainer, because there could be someone else good here. Well, let's look at Schumer first. Randy Schumer. Looks good, but he does have better hands, but was that D catch in traffic? I don't know. I think I'm going to go Hankins. Ooh, there's a good right guard, too. But yeah, let's go with Hankins. Receiver, I was going to say it isn't our biggest need, but it could be. I think the players the Patriots have will develop better in real life, but they haven't really developed here. here. So we'll go Hankins. I don't know what his overall is going to be, maybe a 77, but never mind. He was better than the other receiver. We did get the number 6 player in the class. Hidden Dev, I mean, he must have really good medium route and short route and spec catch, or one of them. And of course, he had the 2 elite traits, the agility and the acceleration. So those are the things you want to look for a lot of the time with receivers. Elite traits and A ratings. I mean, that's probably the case with every player, but especially receivers, I feel like that works. But now with our second first-round pick, I don't know what I want to do here. Maybe a pass rusher, but I just don't think there's a very good one, unfortunately. We could go with a defensive end, but y'all know how I feel about drafting D linemen in Madden. At least I'm just not great at it. And to be fair, I don't know if it's just me, because I've looked and I just think defensive ends aren't great overalls in Madden if you do the strong draft classes like I do. I don't do very strong, but I do strong. Like, these guys look good, but I just don't think they are. I might trade this pick back. I mean, it's either that or we're taking Al Nash or I guess Randy Schumer if we wanted to. I think I'll just trade back. I think we will take Al Nash, but round 2. I might just trade this pick out of this year. I don't love this draft class. I mean, it's probably my fault for, you know, well, not really my fault for focus scouting receiver, but just once we get one, we're kind of good there. We'll trade it for a 1 and a 2 from the Bucks next year. I have no idea how they're going to do, but I don't know what a fair trade for that is. It's kind of rare that you trade your first round pick for a first next year in real life. I can't even like name when that's happened. I mean, obviously teams trade down and get like a first next year included, but not like they're usually getting a first next year and a first this year. You know what I'm trying to say? It's rare that it goes straight for just picks next year. I don't know. I'm bad at explaining things. Damn it, Nash is gone. All right, whatever. We don't need line that bad anymore anyways. What should we do now though? I mean, that kind of just ruins my plans for this entire draft. Let's just try to find a good player. That's never really a bad strategy. Julian Davis looks pretty good. Sure. Not that we really need another corner, but mid-first round talent in the late second, that works. I don't even know if he was the best corner. I just clicked on the best looking one. And let's go with... What's our scheme at receiver? Is it playmaker or is it deep threat or what is it? Oh, I closed out of the franchise apparently. It is playmaker. I could also change our offensive playbook or scheme. There, we're a better fit and this is what the Bills offense actually is, according to their playbook at least. I had to resim to our pick. I don't know if that changes things because I accidentally closed out. I don't know, but let's go with Cole Harris because he's a scheme fit. He has a deep route, elite speed and acceleration, ran a 4.3. Sounds good. Ranked 50. All right, he isn't great and only normal dev. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna sim the rest of this out. We'll see what the CPU can do. Not nearly as strong of a draft class as last year, but we still got the 6th best player in the class at 20, so can't be too bad. Okay, Hankins is an 80 overall, so a little better than I predicted at like a 77. I mean, I figured once I saw that he was number 6. I wasn't sure if he'd be like a 79 or if it was a strong draft class, but he looks good. Davis is pretty good, and then Cole Harris is solid. The CPU also picked a linebacker, so I was kind of thinking about taking one. I was just like, we have other issues. But I mean, Easley's pretty good. Only normal dev though, that sucks. It's pretty easy to find hidden devs with middle linebackers too, but still a decent player. So good draft. Not as good as last year, but still good, so we'll take it. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We're looking honestly pretty good, up to an 86 already, 88 offense. I'm a little surprised our offense has passed our defense up, but I mean, it is pretty good. I'm still worried about, you know, how it'll play, because as I'm sure y'all know, overall means nothing, but we'll see. The main concerns I have are, I guess, kind of Drake May, unfortunately. Like, he's been fine so far, but not great. And then Ramondre Stevenson, because the run game matters a ton in Madden. And of course, Hamilton at left tackle. So those are like the 3 most important positions on offense in Madden, and I'm unsure about them, so there's a chance we go like 5 and 12 this year. But there is a chance we do super well, because they could be good. And then the other most important position in Madden is pass rush, and I don't know how that's going to be this year. I mean, we're assuming we're only going to get like 4 picks, despite having a crazy secondary, which I put Stevens at free safety, and then we're going to put Kyle Duggar as our main slot guy, which is interesting. We'll see how that goes. Because as a slot, Stevens is only an 81 overall, I think, but as a free safety, he's an 87, so. And then Kyle Duggar's like a 79 slot, so that works out mostly. What's Davis as a slot? 75? We could start him there, but I would feel bad benching benching Kyle Duggar, because, like, that's just crazy for him to be a backup. But to be fair, I probably should to try to get Davis to develop, but that just feels wrong. I don't know, but we'll do it. But all right, let's get into year number 3. We still haven't really underperformed yet, so I know it's going to happen once we actually have a good roster. Let's get to the midseason point and let's see what happens. Okay, we are, almost said 5-1. I wish we were 5-1. We're 4-3 at the midseason, which is what we were last year. We do have a better team now, but of course, I called it. Our defense is struggling now. I mean, our offense is better, so that's fine, but our defense definitely shouldn't be bad. I mean, let's see. Ramondre Stevenson is bad, so we have clear things we need to upgrade here. Vasquez, despite only allowing 1 sack last year, already has 3, which at center is not great. The rest of our line's doing well, though, for now. I'm sure that'll completely change in the second half of the year, but honestly, sacks aren't that big of an issue. 6 for Uche and 4.5 for Joe Tryon, 4.5 for Keon White, and we have interceptions. What's the problem? I guess we're just allowing a lot of yards, but Jabril Peppers has 2 pick sixes already. That's crazy. I never look at defensive touchdowns, but maybe I should. I don't know. What do I do about our defense? It's good, but bad, as always in Madden. We fixed all of our issues. I guess didn't really fix them, just we happen to be getting sacks and picks this year, yet we have the worst pass D in the league. Like, what? Maybe that'll change as the year goes on. It usually balances back out, but that's so, whatever. But Demario Douglas, we'll re-sign him, 3 years, 33.3 mil. He takes it. Mike and Wayne, who I definitely want back, we have to go very player-friendly. 5 years, 97 mil. That isn't too bad, less than 20 a year. He doesn't take it, though. Keon White really hasn't developed that much. I'm hoping he could get, superstar dev soon, but he's been playing super well. He does resign. Marty Mapu, could be good in real life. He's a good scheme fit, but he's so buried here. Cole Strange, he's been playing well. I mean, he's super cheap. 2 years, 14 mil for a starting guard, sure. And then Hunter Henry's gonna be 32, and oh yeah, he's a backup now anyway, so never mind. He'd probably be our 3rd tight end by next year, with that one guy we drafted as our number 2 right now. But all right, that's all the re-signing we're gonna do for now. Let's get to the end of the year, and hopefully we don't choke. We know what's gonna happen. I shouldn't say that, but I guess we didn't choke last year, so we'll see. But the difference is we actually do have a good team now. Okay, we finish with the exact same record as last year, thankfully. We go 11-6. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking because I don't want to jinx it, but I gotta say it now because I said that. I feel like simulation has been actually decent so far. I mean, some ridiculous games that we won early on, but our record every year is about right. I think we even overperformed last year. I want to see, though, where do we rank in terms of overall? Oh, we're actually pretty good at an 88. The Steelers also have an 88. The Ravens have a 90. The Ravens are always insane in this game. The 49ers have an 88. The Chiefs have a 91, of course. Oh, yeah, and also, for some teams, I don't have my custom ratings done yet, which I'll get to soon. But for the Patriots, I did do them. So if you noticed earlier on, if some of the overalls were different, then that's why. I make my own ratings because I'm spiteful, I guess, and I don't like EAs. Some of them are fine, or at least close enough, but I change pretty much every one unless they are the exact rating I had them last year. So there are just some that are a little questionable to me. But let's check out our season stats. Drake May finally did super well. 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns. The interceptions were a little high, but I mean, we'll take 12 when he's putting up other stats like this. Like, that's fine. Ramondre Stevenson, man, he's just terrible in this game. I mean, I know he has the touchdowns, but who cares? I've always said this, touchdowns as a stat, unless we're talking for QBs, are so, like, overrated for the most part. I mean, I guess there are exceptions, but I mean, I don't know. But Justice Hankins, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, very good year. I'm hoping he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I have a bad feeling. Ooh, and he needs it. He only has star dev. That's pretty surprising, but hopefully he can get Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then Demario Douglas, even though he kind of got made, the number 2 guy here, still had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. This is why I like the Bills offense. It's so receiver heavy. And then Zamel Dansby, almost 1,000 yards too. Of course, Kyle Pitts didn't get used much. I was thinking about maybe making him the slot, because I mean, he plays part slot, part inline tight end in real life, but I mean, we just didn't really have a need to. I wanted to make Hankins the slot so he could get a ton of production. But for blocking, Hamilton was pretty terrible in the second half of the year, but at least he had a good first half. Vasquez wasn't great, but the interior, the guards and Taylor Moton were all 3 really good. And then Tavai led the team with 115 tackles, TFLs, good amount overall, and sacks, 7.5 for Keon White, 7 for Josh Uche. really fell off in the second half of the year. 7 for Barmore, 6.5 for Joe Tryon, and that's pretty much it. Like, our interior pressure has been super good. I've had worse edge pressure, but it's overall been just whatever. I mean, to be fair, it's not like we have the craziest players, but I don't know. This has been such a weird... I know I've said this in every rebuild I've done so far in Madden 25, but it feels weird. Like, weird in a different way than Madden 24 was. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's weird to get such consistent, like, sack numbers here. We have so many players get, like, 7 or 6.5 every year. That usually doesn't happen. Normally, it's all over the place. I don't know. It's so interesting. But for interceptions, 5 for Jabril Peppers led the team, 2 for Christian Gonzalez, and then 1 for 3 different players. So much better this year. Still maybe not even as good as we should be, but hey, we'll take it after getting 3 last year. But yearly awards, of course, Mahomes wins MVP with Dak at number 2. I forgot to check yearly awards last year. I probably should have, but... Or did I? I don't know. But Drake May at number 6. Justice Hankins at number 8 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I don't see any other rookies above him, so that's good. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby, but Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Justice Hankins, thankfully. The Bengals have a new Darquez. They had Darquez Denard, right? They're the team that drafted him. That's a name I haven't thought of in a while. I don't know if I've ever even seen that name in Madden. That's interesting. And then a Bengals player wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, Levi Andrews. I think I saw him. Julian Davis at number 9. Oh, that's the corner. Okay. I always have such a hard time remembering who's who with, like, Madden-generated rookies. I just go through too many of them to remember their names, honestly. But we have, of course, a billion storylines, as per usual, and I'm probably going to mess one up and get the whole team negative 50 morale. Oh, well, we didn't hit this one. We had no run game. Our main goal for the offseason, I think, is going to be signing a good running back, or a good performing one, because I like Ramondre Stevenson again, but just doesn't do well. No identity. Damn. Ryan Clark is such a hater. Oh, we did hit that. Really? We must have barely hit that, but 2,500 XP. We probably ended up with about like 34 sacks, 35, I don't know. Why is Ryan Clark such a... Keep your nose out of our team, bro. Like, damn. The Raiders had 50... I don't even want to know how many sacks Max Crosby had. Ooh, but we had 31 sacks. Okay, so we did barely hit our goal. What did Max Crosby do? Probably a casual 40 sacks? 27.5. All right. Tyree Wilson, who's apparently going to get traded. I don't know. I at least saw the new whatever Pro Football Chase rebranded to. They just post the kind of stuff that like PFF and like JPA post. I kind of liked it because I could see what weird niche signings were happening. Like, I don't know. But now it's just kind of the same as all the other ones. I'm like, what? I don't know. Weird tangent to go on, but I guess it's football relevant. I don't know. But good year number 3 here. Oh yeah, and let's check out dev traits. I guess we didn't really have... Well, we had a few hiddens. We already know what one of them is. Hankins, of course, having star, but Davis only has star. And then I would assume Harrell only has star. That's tough. But we're going to be taking on our division rival, the Miami Dolphins, in the wild card here. They, of course, had the best defense in the league, yet we have a better overall defense. Big surprise. With a defensive-minded coach in Gerard Mayo. This game, man. I was just saying the simulation didn't seem that bad today. I mean, at least we've done well for a change, but still. But all right, let's simulate this game against the Dolphins and let's see what happens. Okay, understandable. Why would we beat a worse team when we're at home? I'm thinking about, actually, jumping in and playing games today because I see how many people ask for it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love playing this game, which is crazy because I like football and that's, playing football, I guess, but I feel like playing Madden just makes me mad. I guess simulating it does too, but I don't know. I feel like I always make mistakes and then I'm just mad. We'll see though. God, we have 4 storylines. Why? Ooh, wait, this is an interesting one. Ooh, this is really interesting. So this will be a boost for whatever player we pick, either Justice Hankins or Drake May. I'm gonna go Hankins, which, obviously quarterback, more important position, but Hankins, I guess XP's more valuable to him because he's younger and a little easier to develop. Also, is it best to just always go sounds good? I feel like if you pick a different one, they always get mad. I don't know. More off-season workouts. Ramondre Stevenson. I'm gonna go Matthew Hamilton. I don't know if Ramondre Stevenson is going to be on the team next year. We'll go... He has the Mikey McDingle face. We'll go sounds good. But okay, 4 re-signings. I think we only want Drake May and Mike Nwenu back. I mean, Drake Mays is a 5th-year option. He did get Superstar Dev, thankfully, so that's cool. And then Mike Nwenu, I mean, he's probably just going to reject very player-friendly again. He does, but guess what? You're not playing for a new team. You're getting tagged. 25 mil, that's fine. Kind of satisfying. We have exactly 50 mil, and that tag was exactly 25 mil. mil. Brought us from exactly 75 to exactly 50. Also, this is completely random, but for some reason, Christian Boyd is old in this game. I made him, I think, his right age, but he was 30 years old as a free agent. And we're, what, 2 years in the future? Or we were when I signed him? So, I don't know. That's just another EA thing. I mean, I know games can't be perfect, but you would have a very hard time finding a game with this many resources having this many issues. It's crazy to me. But, okay. I would feel a little lame doing it because we get him all the time, but Aiden Hutchinson is here. I mean, as per usual, we need a good pass rusher, and we have a good pass rusher here, so... Okay, he already does have some big offers, though, unfortunately, though. If we go player-friendly, we do tie for the lead with the Colts and Bills. Oh, no, please tell me that... I shouldn't even say it, because it's gonna happen, but I hope the Bills don't get him. I would be still disappointed, but less disappointed if he went to the Colts. Obviously, I want him, but just... I hope he doesn't go to the Bills. Surely that won't happen, right? Brian Branch is also here. That's interesting. We don't need more DBs, but I guess we might soon because Duggar and Duggar and Peppers, that's his name. I don't know why I couldn't remember Jabril Peppers' name, but they're not super young, so we're gonna need to replace them eventually, but probably not yet. We're getting down there in terms of cap space, so we should be a little more careful. I say as I'm thinking about signing Aleem McNeil. I mean, I think that's the position we're gonna draft, so, I mean, spoilers, but it's like our one actual spot where we don't have a good overall player. But for dev traits, of course, Drake May went up to superstar, but Hankins also went up to superstar, and Harrell has superstar as a backup, so that's something. He's already 24, so it would be hard to develop him, but I mean, if one of our linemen inevitably underperform, we'll just bench him for Harrell. I guess we could even start him at left guard over Strange, but Strange has been good. And then let's see, Peppers went up to superstar, that's cool, but... Ooh, and Dunn has superstar, that's interesting. Don't know what we're gonna do with him either, but maybe something. Why are these the guys that have superstar dev? That's kind of lame. Like, they're not gonna play a role, really, unless we force it, which I guess we could, but why couldn't it have been one of the good players that have superstar dev? I guess we have gotten a good player with superstar, and then Stevens has X Factor, but still. I like complaining, all right? Clearly. Speaking of complaining, will there ever be a good free agent running back? We might just have to trade for one, honestly, because it's a problem in Madden. It really is. As I always say, you can get by with a mid running back in real life, but in Madden, you can't. At least most of the time. I mean, you can get by, but you won't do much in the playoffs. But all right, Aiden Hutchinson, there's a chance we don't do anything in free agency, but that could be a good thing because our cap space could become a big issue if we don't, or if we do get Aiden Hutchinson. So we'll see. Doesn't sign with us. This game listens to me. It does. It listens and it does exactly what I don't want it to do. I should just not say anything. Well, that was an underwhelming free agent class for us. Well, underwhelming as in we got 0 players. Let's get to the draft. But here in the draft, what do? It's an interesting draft class. I say interesting as in, I guess it's interesting. There isn't a defensive end that's like super great. There's Bradley Hatchett, kind of a weird fit because he's only 274 at 6'6", so like, oh my God, Tennessee selection. Pause. Thank you. Well, I guess we couldn't have traded up to number 1, but I think the guy that went at number 1 was someone that was pretty good. Although, I don't know, all the top 5 players are still on the board. Who did they pick? I don't know, but I'm half tempted to trade up. Although I don't know who we would trade up for, which isn't great, but I mean, Jaleel Good looks good. Haha, hilarious. Josh Roten looks good too. Do we have any top 5 talent scouted just randomly? No. Should we trade up for Josh Roten, or would that maybe be a waste? I mean, he'd be moving to outside linebacker, which would probably drop his overall. Where is he projected to go? Number 11, I guess. I feel like it's too risky to trade up. Let's see. Let's sim pick by pick. The later I get, the higher my chances of trading up for him will get. Oh, there he goes. He went at number 5. Okay. So he was probably good, but I don't know if I would have wanted to trade up that high. I guess we could have, though, because we have 2 firsts. Whatever. We'll just get to our pick. I might have sold that a little bit, but drafted pass rushers don't usually do well anyways. I guess some do, but am I coping? Maybe a little bit. But, ooh, there is a first-round talent pass protector, Nick Pineda. There is Tyrone Ramsey, a first-round talent, or first to second-round talent, but not projected to go for a while. Do we trade down again? Is that the plan? Is that what we should do? Unless there's like a crazy looking guard or something, or center, which there are good ones, but These draft classes have been really unlucky for our positions of need. They're pretty good receivers. I'm gonna trade this down again, I think. I don't like this draft. Let's just do the same trade we did last year. We might even do the same trade with the Saints. Don't know if that's fair. Don't really care. Have fun. And let's go with, I guess, Tyrone Ramsey because he's decent, but there is also Nick Pineda, or Pineda, whatever. I mean, this isn't gonna be a good pick, but it is a need. I think he's gonna play nose for us, but he's only 301. We'll figure something out. We don't really have a nose tackle on the team, which isn't usually great, but we'll take him. Ranked 27, not as bad as I expected. And he does have hidden dev. I was thinking he would be like 40 something. I was just being pessimistic, but not too bad. We'll take it. And now in round 2, I hope the center's still here. He might not be though. I mean, we don't need a center anymore. He's not here anymore. Okay. Well, there's another first to second round talent defensive end, Bradley Hatchett, who we were looking at earlier. I mean, he looks really similar, but smaller, I guess, and faster than the last guy we took. Ranked 49, got him at 53. We're getting like solid picks. No dev trait though. This is a boring draft. I'm maybe already bored of it. I don't want to trade down for next year's picks again, so I'll try to find someone good. Let's see. Eric Hill looks pretty good at guard. Usually you want to look for A, impact block, but he only has C. He at least has good strength. I think he's decent. Probably about fair for this pick. Maybe worse, but we'll see. We don't know what those A ratings are. Okay, that wasn't great. Should I take the L and sim this out? We'll see. I'm trying to dig myself out of the hole here. Is this just the worst draft class of all time? I mean, I guess it couldn't be because I don't know. I just don't see anybody good. Maurice Perry, sure. 96, got him at... Okay, I'm done. These are fine picks. Like, they're right in this right range, but no great picks in this draft. But we got what we needed. So Tyrone Ramsey, okay, this might have been an actually pretty bad draft class. 75 overall. I've seen like 77 overalls that are, you know, first to second round talents. And he was a high first to second. He was 27, so 91 strength, 83 tackle, like good run defender, just no real pass rush moves, which should be fine. We'll see what his overall is at defensive tackle. I think we'll play him there. Either him or Barmore, I guess. Oh yeah, you can't check. Oh, that's so stupid. He does go up to a 78 at defensive tackle, so that's cool. Hatchett's a 74, and then Hill and Perry are 72s. I think this was a horrible draft class. Okay, not early on at least. No, this wasn't a bad class. There were two insane defensive tackles. Unfortunately, they both went super early, but Trevonte Foster is an 85 overall, 93 strength, 86 speed. Another shot at the next Aaron Donald or something, I guess. I don't know. He looks insane. And then good running back, and then Cam Cruz to the Lions. I did notice these defensive tackles, but I just hadn't looked at them. Apparently I should have. I mean, we would have had to trade up, and, you know, maybe us trading a pick for next year will be worth it, but we'll see. Josh Roten was a 78, so, I mean, I guess we got a 78 overall just in a weird way with our first round pick, so that's fine. We had a good draft. We'll take it. We did what we needed to. The storylines are so messed up in this game, man. Just, if you get one of these, like, what position group do you think you upgraded the most in the offseason? If you get one of those, just go with a position that's good on your roster, whether you upgraded it or not. Like, I went center because we have a good overall center. I don't know why I specifically went center. Just, that's what I felt like doing. We obviously didn't upgrade it. I mean, Vasquez was just here, yet the media took it. They said most draft experts would agree with you. I didn't draft a center. We don't even, I mean, we only have one center on the roster, so sure. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into year 4. We're looking really good, up to an 88 overall now. 89 offense, 87 defense. We'll check where that ranks in the league in a second. Still probably not the best because of teams like the Chiefs and Ravens mostly, but we're very well balanced. We really don't have many weaknesses anymore other than, well, at least on paper, we don't really have many, but in terms of performance, still our edge group and running back I'm worried about, but we'll see what happens. And maybe Hamilton still. We'll see though. But I mean, y'all know the team by this point, so there isn't really much else for me to say about it. Our big hope this year is to just be good. We're kind of past the point of needing to develop anyone really. I mean, there are players that we want to develop, but we're already at the point of being a good overall. So let's get to the midseason point and we will see how this team does. I knew it. I knew it. We are 1-5 with the Eagles have an 89. We are tied for the highest overall team in the league, and we are 1-5. That's really cool. 2K, please come back. Please, we need you. All right, who are we benching? Taylor Moton, who's been amazing every other year, is getting benched. And is our defense bad? The stats are good. Oh, it is mostly our defense. All right, the better this defense has gotten, the worse it's gotten. I called it long ago. I mean, it happens every rebuild. It's not something hard to call. I mean, you can say, oh, other teams are getting better too, but we are tied for the best team in the league. I mean, the Colts right here have an 85 defense. They are third in the league in terms of points per game. We're 30th. So I don't know. There just isn't a defensive playbook in this game that I know of that's like consistently good. That's the problem. We could try the Ravens, but I've had such bad experiences with that one too. Let's try the Titans. I mean, I've seen it do well before, so I want to try it out. It's not one that really gets suggested anytime I ask, hey, what's a good defensive playbook? But I mean, I've tried pretty much every defense in the game, and most of them are just completely inconsistent. So I don't know. The Browns have 2 sacks on the year. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be able to happen. That shouldn't be possible. And 1 pick. 4 teams only have 1 pick. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, maybe the Titans aren't a good choice. At least not this year, but like, again, nothing is consistent in this game. What if we try... I've used the Rams many times and it never works as well for me as it does for them. I'm gonna do my usual strategy. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a 3-4 defense, but we're gonna use a 4-3 defensive playbook. People tell me to use... Do people tell me to use the Raiders defense or offense? I think it's the offense, but I feel like I've seen defense too. It's so... I don't know what to do. Let's try the Rams. We'll go 3-4. I mean, what other choice do we really have? And let's bench Taylor Moton for Chris Harrell, I guess. But all right, let's get to the end of the year. Why would we be good with the highest overall team in the league? We have re-signings. Do we want anyone back? Christian Gonzalez, yes. Josh Uche, he's doing well this year, but I'm gonna let him keep doing well before we re-sign him because I don't trust him for a second. He's been better than I thought he would do, though, especially after that first year. Jalen Polk, I mean, he's cheap. 3 or 17 mil. He's just a backup, but I guess same with Javon Baker. Mike Nwenu will re-sign if he takes this. He does. Jabril Peppers, he'll regress. We can re-sign him at the end of the year if we want to. How has he done? He did have that one, like, 5-pick year last year, but other than that, he hasn't... It's his only year with any interceptions. Do you see what's wrong with the simulation in Madden? I mean, y'all don't need to be told. Taylor Moton, not with how he's playing this year. Kyle Duggar's a backup. All right, we'll see who we want to bring back at the end of the year. All right, we finish 6-11 with tied for the best roster in the league. Let's forget this year ever happened. Does that sound like a good plan? Let's not even look at the stats. Let's just, I think this is just a certified EA moment. There's always a year like this where you massively underperform, so let's not acknowledge it. Year 4 doesn't count. We have off-season workouts here. We'll go Matthew Hamilton. Wasn't that the same 2 last year, Hamilton and Stevenson? I mean, they must be set for certain positions like left tackle and running back, but that'll be good, I guess. But let's see who we want to re-sign here. Stevens will bring back, or well, it's a 5th year. I keep saying bring back. I don't usually do that for 5th years, but whatever. Uche, how'd he end up doing? I guess it could be important to check the stats so we know how these guys did. That's weird. I figured he would finish with exactly 11 sacks. Did he play that well because it's a contract year, or is he going to keep playing that well? I almost want to tag him. I know he wouldn't like take that, but I would go player friendly 1 year. 1 year 26 doesn't take it. I figured, but I wanted to try it at least. Peppers, how did he end up doing? 1 pick, 6 pass deflections. He got his first pick other than the 1 year where he had 5. It's crazy. I mean, some interception numbers aren't usually consistent. Like, there will be big outliers, but not 0 in 3 years and then 5 in 1 year as a full-time starter for 4 years. Like, that's crazy. And Taylor Moton, I might bring back. I, again, think this was just a certified EA moment. He should do well next year. If he doesn't, it's just a 1 year deal and we'll let him go. Okay, never mind. We'll let him go. I mean, we'll try to re-sign him in free agency, but all right, let's get into free agency. I kind of want Josh Uche. I do want those 2 players back, but we'll see. I should check the stats just to see what we should upgrade. Of course, Ramondre Stevenson did well this year, the year we were definitely going to replace him, and the year where the the rest of the team was so bad that it didn't matter that he did well. Hankins was insane at receiver, went up to X Factor, and the line ended up being really good. I mean, this is also without Moton's, sack numbers included. How many times did Drake May get sacked? Only 33, which is fine. And then, we got a good amount of sacks, because 11 for Uche and then 8 for Barmore, 6 for White. Not bad. And we had, I guess, 5 total picks. Maybe Duggar had one, but I don't know. That's tough. But Kingsley Suamataia could be good, I guess. He's been all right for the Chiefs. Like, these would be horrible numbers in real life, but you got to get into the Madden mindset, all right? This is more like 3 sacks allowed for real life per year, maybe like 5, I don't know. Looks like the Chiefs lost a lot of players here. Creed Humphrey, Xavier Worthy too. But let's see, I kind of want Josh Uche back. The Bills, they're gonna make him good when they get him. Why would they even want him? They already have Rousseau and Aiden Hutchinson, but they want him because they're gonna play him as an off-ball linebacker, because I mean, all Patriots edge rushers are kind of a little bit off ball, or at least they can cover a tiny bit because that's their scheme, but like shouldn't be used that way mainly. But all right, we'll try to bring Taylor Moton back too. Again, we'll just do a 1-year deal because of a lack of trust of simulation in this game. We'll see if last year was a fluke or if the year before was a fluke. I mean, last year was definitely a fluke. He's normally really good, but maybe he's broken now. I don't know. All right, and I changed it to very player friendly for Josh Uche. Cooper DeJean is here. Let's see. Ramondre Stevenson is regressing, and of course he had his best year at like 30 years old as a running back that's gotten a lot of wear and tear. Let's see. I might cut Joe Tryon. He's been pretty horrible. I mean, he's gotten TFLs, but the sacks, he hasn't been horrible for Madden at least, but that's we need better, clearly. I didn't mean to edit him. We'll release him. No, we can't. Okay, never mind. How long did we sign him for? I don't know. Well, it's whatever. Ooh, okay, Ramsey has superstar at defensive tackle. Did he get that or did he have it? He got it. I should have checked awards. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was good. 14 TFLs, 3 sacks. Good year. I'm surprised that was good enough to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but whatever. And Hawkins has superstar at defensive end. We're getting so many useless superstar devs. We've already gotten 3. I mean, I guess Harrell was good this year, but 3 so far, I guess. But let's see. I might release Juwan Bentley just because we don't really use him anymore. I started Perry this year, or at least I made him the sub linebacker, or number 2 sub linebacker. I don't know if that went super well. Yeah, he didn't put up the best stats in the world, but oh well, stats are stats. Maybe he did well. I don't know. But all right, let's just see if these 2 players sign. I mean, we could also go for Jalen Wright, but I doubt he does well in this game. I mean, I don't know. He's been the number 2 for the Dolphins. Marshawn Lloyd, probably same deal. Yup. All right, let's just see if these 2 players want to sign, and we'll figure out something at running back. We do surprisingly get both. I thought for sure Josh Uche would go to the Bills. We are paying him a good amount of money, but it is only for 1 year, so we'll take it. But let's get to the draft, and I might honestly trade one of our first-round picks for a player this year. I know it's a realistic rebuild, but I'm half tempted to trade both. We'll see. But all right, we pick at number 6 and number 16. We're in another situation where I don't really know what I want to do here, unfortunately, because there isn't a great pass rusher, and that's really our number 1 need by a pretty decent bit. But this is so weird. I don't know what our number 1 need is. I feel like even our stats were so much better than a 6-11 team. Like, can you tell me really what the issue was with our team, other than I guess lack of picks? But how am I gonna fix that? Our secondary's already so good. Because we had good sack numbers. I mean, maybe our run D was bad. It probably was. I didn't even really notice, but it probably was terrible. It's probably part of what did it. Let's see. I focus scouted some running backs. Okay, D Dockery. Isn't Dockery's name D? I'm probably completely wrong. Nope, I was completely wrong. Okay, cool. But like I was saying earlier, we might do something interesting in this draft. So of course we pick at number 6. What should we do? All right, we are going to be trading the 6th overall pick for Max Crosby, a 2nd and a 4th. This might not seem like enough, but he is 31 at this point here. Still really good, but probably coming up on a contract too, I would assume. And keep in mind, we're not just trading a 1st-round pick. We are trading the 6th overall pick. And yeah, he is coming up pretty soon on a deal, so I feel like that's a realistic enough trade. So they now have number 6 and number 10. I'm really hoping the running back is still available. Is he? I don't remember what his name was, so I don't know. He is D Dockery. I was talking about his name. Top 5 talent, ran a 4.32, also put up 25 bench reps, 42-inch vert. I see why he's a top 5 talent. His ratings aren't like crazy or anything, but I mean, a spin move, stiff arm, trucking, break tackle, awareness, pretty good. Let's take him. The best player in the class. Now, he is a Madden-generated running back, so we can't expect him to do super well year one, even though he should, but we'll see what happens. Very rare that I draft a running back in the first round, but to be fair, like, we don't really have many other needs. Do we really need more D linemen? There's a good, a first to second round talent defensive end. Should we take him? I mean, let's see if there's a, like, crazy good guard this year or center. Nathan Stewart might be good. He looks solid. Ooh, Jamie Thompson, what's his strength? Ooh, okay. Good strength, but ran a 4.87. We might have to take him. I don't know if he's like an 80, but he looks really good. And then, yeah, I think he's the best lineman this year. If not, it's like one of these two, maybe. Sharp or McLeod. Ooh, McLeod looks pretty good, but I think the center's better. You can never have too much O-line in Madden, because as I always say, they always underperform. Could be like underwhelming if his C to F power are actually like Fs, so this might not be a great pick, I don't know, but we'll still take him. Nope, ranked 19, got him at 38, we'll take it. Now, we're not picking the most valuable positions, running back and center, but, I mean, center's debatable, but two good players so far. Oh, and the defensive end is still here, Sharif Clifford. I don't know what we're gonna do with him, but he looks good. He's fine. Ranked 48, got him at 42, he has hidden dev, 92 strength, though, or 79 speed. That's insane. Oh, wait, I'm still looking at outside. I thought I was looking at corners. I thought that dude was a corner with, I guess that would be a man. Is it press and zone in that order, and then the B would be catching? Is that what it is for corners? Yeah, but I guess it wouldn't make sense that I would have all the corners scouted, so I don't know why I thought that, but it still confused me. But there are some good corners. I guess I'm glad it made me look. Josh Vickers looks solid. This is actually a pretty deep class. I'm still finding some pretty good players. Ooh, Kayvon Carey. Great speed, good acceleration, A-man, C player ec, which as I always say is basically an A for corners. And then B zone. Let's take him. Ranked 17, got him at 48. Hidden dev, sounds good to me. Now, do we need more secondary? I mean, apparently it's not playing well, but on paper we don't. And let's see. Let's go with either Ratliff or Bradley. Do either of them have like elite trait? Oh, okay. Bradley has 3 elite traits. How about Ratliff? No elite traits. I'll go with Bradley then. Ranked 32, hidden dev, sounds good. This felt like a much better draft than last year. I mean, last year still ended up being good, but I guess we're getting more impactful players this year. Kevin Reed looks pretty... defensive linemen are way too fast in this game. I mean, everybody's way too fast if you use the strong draft classes, but I'm not even sure if he's good because he has terrible pursuit, apparently. I mean, I'm assuming it is an F, but why not take him? We'll just have 40 good defensive linemen. What are they going to do? Run on us? Probably easily, because it's Madden, and nothing makes any sense. This guy's weird. A slot receiver with bad short route. This dude looks horrible, but he's B medium route. I think I should just stop drafting while I'm ahead. Andrew Ratliff is still here, and that's a good value pick, so sure, he'll be our last pick. Normal dev, but ranked 33 in the class, got him at 106. Sounds good to me. But here is how we did in the draft. Dockery is, of course, an 83 overall, the #1 player in the class. Insane ratings, of course, 96 speed, 94 excel, even a really good power back at only, oh, I guess he's 6 foot 230. I just assumed he would be small because he's that fast. So I guess the speed at that size is what's more impressive. And then Jamie Thompson, of course, is pretty good, 76 overall. Clifford, 74. That he's fine. Probably would go up if we moved him to defensive tackle, which he is 316 pounds, so sure. 77. Carey's a 76, and then Bradley, I guess he'll be a middle linebacker. He could play either for us, though, because, you know, the Patriots scheme is weird. Very hybrid. Ratliff should be a middle linebacker, though. He's not a good pass rusher. He only goes down 1 overall. We'll take it. And then the CPU immediately just didn't make great picks. But very, very good draft. And it's always good to see the highest overall player in the class being a player you picked. Ooh, there was a really good guard, though. This guy was available when we picked that center. No dev trait, but Nathan Stewart. I feel like I talked about him. I can't remember already. Good player, though. But all right, here we are heading into year 5. Up to a 91 overall now. We should be really, really, really good. We'll check where we rank in the league again in a second. We could be far and away the best team in the league in terms of overall. We'll see, but hopefully our record matches that. I'm sure y'all know what's gonna happen, but hopefully we do well. But yeah, I mean, what is there to say about this team, really? I kind of completely forgot we needed a safety, but I think it'll be fine because we have Dunn. And honestly, safety is kind of one of the positions in Madden where it doesn't really matter because they all kind of seem to play like garbage no matter what. Like, at least with most other positions, there are some players that do consistently well, but with safety, I don't know if I could name a single one in the game where I'm like, oh yeah, that's a player I usually go for because they do well. With edge, it's like Max Crosby and Greg Rousseau and like a few others. D-line, I don't usually go for just because, you know, we can usually find someone that does well. Corner's kind of the same as safety, but some do consistently well, but I couldn't really name any, so I guess it's maybe the same. Maybe even linebacker. Like, I don't know, man. At least in terms of like picks and pass deflections, I couldn't really name a single one that's consistently good, unfortunately. So what I'm trying to say is I don't know if it'll matter that we only have a 73 overall in Dunn, and even if it does, he should develop quick because he does have superstar and is still only 25. But yeah, we should be good this year. Keyword should be. I mean, this offense is crazy good. Not too many real life Patriots anymore, to be fair. Just a couple, or 3, I guess, but that was kind of necessary. But we have to check, of course, where do we rank in the league in terms of overall? Chiefs are only an 87. The Chargers are an 89. There are a few 89s, but there are no other 90s. We are the best team in the league by 2 overall. The Texans, Ravens, of course, and again, Chargers of all teams are all 89s. So it's going to be catastrophic when we are 2-5 at the midseason. Can't wait. Okay, we're at least 4-3 at the midseason. Obviously should be, I mean, probably undefeated realistically. Maybe we drop 1 or even 2 games if we're unlucky, but we're coming off a 20-10 loss to the Steelers. Like, that's crazy. At least we have a winning record. That's really all you can ask when you have a good team in Madden. D. Dockery is horrible as a rookie, as I always say. Rookie running backs in Madden don't usually do well, but hopefully he starts to do well eventually. How's the blocking? Matthew Hamilton, gonna get benched, despite being a good overall. Max Crosby's doing okay, but he's our only okay pass rusher so far. Like, he's doing well, for sure. And we have 3 total picks on the year. Maybe the Titans' defensive playbook isn't the move. Is that even what I went with? What did I end up? No, I went Rams, right? Worked for the Rams, not working for me so far. But again, at least we have a winning record. But let's bench our 89 playing up to 90 overall superstar pass protector left tackle, who has allowed 6 sacks in 7 games. That's cool. 4th best left tackle in the league, by the way. Up there probably with the likes of Andrew Thomas, and Andrew Thomas might have him beat at this point, but let's see who he's up there with playing this bad. Where is Andrew Thomas? Oh, he's regressing pretty hard. So he's as good as, I guess he's better than Jordan Mailata. I'd say that's about the tier he's in. Kingsley Suamataia or Suamataia, whatever, is better than him, but like obviously not in real life yet. I don't know. He's about, I would say, about as good as Andrew Thomas is in real life and allowing 6 sacks through 7 games. That's cool. And should be even better because he's playing with a better O-line around him. So let's put Jamie Thompson at left tackle. We'll see. My strategy of benching our worst lineman, I've said it before, but it doesn't work as well this year, unfortunately. But I mean, what can you really do? We'll see what happens. But Drake May will re-sign 5 years, 183 mil. That's pretty cheap. Only 36 per year, 36 and a half, I think it is. Is that what it is? Yeah, good math. Let's go. Doesn't take it. That's fun. I don't really blame you, to be fair. Matthew Hamilton, this is something I don't normally do. I might trade him. I know we've spent all this time developing him, but he had 1 good year. He allowed 10 sacks, 15 sacks, is on pace to allow like 15 again, 14 or 15. He's not worth it. Let's trade him for what he would probably be worth, which is probably a 1st round pick, because I'm not going to re-sign him playing like this. I mean, with how he's played, he's not worth a 1st round pick, but I would not do it that way. We're getting what he should be worth. We'll take a 1st from the Raiders. He'll probably play like an all-pro there or something. Honestly, John Vasquez hasn't been very good either, despite being a 90 overall center. Actually, no, I take that back. He had 1 bad year. I forgot he was really good last year too. Not interested, unfortunately, but he's really cheap. 4 years, 57 mil. Doesn't take it, obviously. obviously, but I mean, he's the 6th best center in the league. That's really cheap. 5 years in the future, the 6th best center in the league will probably be getting like 20-something mil per year. Paulson Adebo, sure, that's not expensive anyways. Dansby, Buchanan is a backup. Barmore, 3 years, 67, sure, he takes it. Uche, he's not doing well this year, is he? I think I saw he had 2 sacks and that's it. Yeah, no. And then the rest is backups, I think. Tavai is 31. We'll re-sign him at the end of the year after he regresses. Same with Moten if he does well. And then we'll have the 5th year for Hankins. This team is starting to get really expensive, or it will be. We have 60 mil now, but we won't soon. We'll have to start restructuring. So let's get to the end of the year, and please tell me we can end up being good. I have a bad gut feeling, but I hope we can be good. Please. We deserve it. We so easily deserve it. Okay, thankfully, if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. Before I reveal how we did in year number 5, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe. Again, sounds stupid, but it really helps out the channel. I would appreciate it. Again, 2,000 likes and I'll do another I guess realistic rebuild, but I meant to say 10-year rebuild or another Patriots rebuild. So let me know either one of those you would want to see. And if you want to see a 10-year, let me know what team I should do. And yeah, again, subscribe if you haven't already. But here's how the team's looking at the end of year number 5. We surprisingly didn't go up in overall despite the team developing a decent bit, I guess because we traded our left tackle away probably. But we had some pretty good dev traits this year. Dockery has X Factor. Now, I doubt he played like an X Factor, but is a very good running back, at least on paper, thankfully. And then Thompson has Superstar, so I guess he could maybe be our left tackle. I don't know. He allowed 5 sacks. That's better than Hamilton did. But all right, in year number 5, thankfully, we made the playoffs going 10-7. Good. Should have been so much better. I didn't know this is what this opens. I've never seen this screen before. I was thinking it would open the standings. I guess it doesn't do that anymore, the X button, but here we'll check the standings. The Falcons were the best team in the league. The Packers also went 14-3. Chiefs and Rams 12-5, all lower overall teams than us. We know that. Were the Falcons even a good overall? Yeah, they were. 89 fair. We aren't far and away the best team in the league anymore in terms of overall. The Ravens have tied us at a 91, and there are a few 90s now, but we still do have tied for the best at least, even after trading our 90 overall left tackle away. But let's check out the season stats. We'll see what went wrong, see who we maybe could bench for the playoffs. So Drake May, almost 4,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, only 5 picks. Dockery ended up being pretty good, 1,000 yards, 4 per carry. Almost 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns for Hankins, though. Almost 1,000 for Douglas, 869 for Dansby. Nice. And then Taylor Moten wasn't great at left tackle, but we've dealt with so much worse, so we'll take it. Same with Thompson. He wasn't amazing, but we'll take it. And then Tavai, 110 tackles, TFLs 13 for Crosby and Barmore, 11 for White, and sacks, only 12.5 for Crosby. I can almost guarantee his worst year so far in terms of sacks. Yep, easily. The next worst he's had is 18, and of course he joins us and immediately is whatever. This game is gonna make me die at a young age from the stress. Josh Uche ended up actually being okay. 8 sacks if it wants to load. 6 for Ramsey, 5.5 for White, and we finished with 4 interceptions with... I don't even want to talk about it. Yearly awards, MVP goes to Lamar, big surprise. Drake May at number 3. Hankins at 4 for Offensive Player of the Year, May at 6. Highsmith wins Defensive Player of the Year, that's interesting, of course. Aiden Hutchinson and Greg Rousseau, 2 and 3. Big surprise. Max Crosby at 7. And Dockery wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's cool. I just didn't even think about that for some reason. And then nobody up here for Defensive Rookie of the Year because we didn't really have many, to be fair. At least none that got playing time. But I don't know what to do about the team. Like, I feel like we're stuck underperforming. Like, we have... Should we try the Bengals offense? I feel like it's similar to the Bills, but maybe better because I think it also uses top 3 receivers. Like, just 3 receivers mostly instead of any tight ends or anything. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, might as well try it. Probably not a good strategy to, you know, switch offenses for the playoffs, but like, why not is my question. Well, the answer is we'll probably lose, but might as well try something different. I don't actually know if switching the playbook for a playoff game does impact anything. I mean, it should realistically, but I don't know. And I don't know what to do about the defensive playbook. Hey, the stats looked horrible, but apparently it wasn't that bad. I don't know. Let's let's see what happens against the Bengals here. 4 overall better, and we're at home. And we lose. Big surprise. What was the score? At least it was close-ish. You know, I've seen the Vikings. I think they had the best offense in the league this year. I don't know why I went to team stats. Or no, team stats is what I wanted. Yeah, they had the most yards. They didn't have the best points per game, but still like top, what, 8 points per game? Or no, I was looking at the Bengals. I'm stupid. The Vikings did have the most points per game in the league. And top 5 for yards per game, so, or I guess just total yards. I mean, they're the same thing. I don't know. We'll try the Bengals. What defense got a lot of interceptions? The Packers? Let's do the Packers. We could also eventually just go back to the Patriots because I feel like this is worse. Oh yeah, the Packers are a 4-3 now, but honestly, I've said this a few times before. I already said it in this rebuild, I think, but running a 3-4 scheme with a 4-3 playbook sometimes works really well for whatever reason, but we'll try it. Or so we'll try it. Ooh, and we get an off-season workout for Dockery or Thompson. Which would be most important? I guess they're arguably equally important. Let's try to make Dockery like a 99 in a couple years. We'll do that. No, I literally didn't pick that. It switched over by itself. Why does it do that? It switches over to the bottom right one. I wanted to just go sounds good. So it looks like he's not gonna get it, and he's gonna get like negative morale. I'm gonna assume unpredictable because he's a rookie. He agreed. It must have been right. No, he was an entertainer. I don't think I've ever seen someone with entertainer. I was literally gonna say that, and he has entertainer. That's cool. Is that new? I don't remember that being a thing, but I don't know. But we'll obviously pick up the 5th year for Hankins. We'll re-sign May if he wants to. I guess we'll go player friendly. Oh, it's a lot more expensive now. He got X Factor, by the way. Wish we could have re-signed him at the midseason, but 5 years, 265 mil. Isn't that like exactly what Deshaun Watson got? I don't know. He takes it. Vasquez, 4 years, 61. He takes it. That's surprising. And then everyone else, Uche ended up being solid. I would go 2 years, 37. He takes it. And then I think that's all we'll do. Tavai's cheap. We'll go 1 year, 7.6. And now we don't have much money left. I kind of want Taylor Moton back too. I mean, he's getting worse. He was better this year than last year, at least. Because again, this was in like 5 games, or no, it was 7 games, but like 400 snaps or something. So all right, let me restructure every deal that we can. Well, let's see if it's a good free agent class first. Did dude just say no income tax is his #1 motivation? I don't know. That's the realest thing I've ever seen in this game, not gonna lie. I mean, I get it, but having that be your #1 motivation over anything about football is crazy. Okay. There's some good free agents here. Justin Jefferson, Dallas Turner, Josh Allen, Josh Hines Allen. Thankfully, he changed it. Caleb Beaver, that's a wild name. Quentin Nelson, Tyler Smith, Landon Dickerson. Pretty good class, but like who out of these guys would we want? Well, I can think of 1 or 2 or 3. Let's see. I will restructure every deal. I've already restructured a couple, but let's just go crazy. Let's make the team as good as possible before it inevitably, you know, collapses on itself in terms of cap. Surely that will make us do well, right? Having an insane roster. All right. I'm not sure if we're going to get either of these 2 players, but why not just try to make the team as just bonkers as possible? I don't know why that's the word that came to mind, but whatever. We're gonna go for Justin Jefferson and Josh Hines Allen. I mean, again, why not? I mean, we have Josh Uche who's starting to play better, but Josh Allen plays even better. Or Hines Allen. Now, he isn't amazing in this game, but he is good. He had like 12 sacks this last year, so that probably means he's gonna get about 7 for us, but whatever. Dallas Turner had 1 13-sack year, but every other year he's been getting like 7, so he would get like 4 for us, so I'm good on that. But these 2 players, do they want to sign? I knew that was going to happen, and I am not very happy. All right, well, that's why you don't, sometimes it's good to put all your eggs in one basket, or else stuff like that could happen. So we'll try to go very player-friendly for Josh Hines Allen. We're not going to get Justin Jefferson. Not that we really needed him, but it still would have been fun. This Sergio Freeman guy looks pretty good. Isn't very expensive for having superstar dev and being pretty good. Let's see. I mean, I just really hope we get Josh Hines Allen. I mean, there is always next year, but still. He does sign. He signs with us, thankfully. I did not think he would. That's what I was worried about happening. I did 2, like, 3-bar offers or whatever, like yellow offers for the 2, and I was like, someone's gonna swoop in and do a really big offer. I didn't think it would be the Raiders for both, or I didn't think it would be the same team for both of them. I was just worried about it happening, and of course it did, but at least we got Josh Hines Allen. That's cool. Does Freeman want to sign? He does. That's cool. I don't know why I'm acting like he's not a great player, like I didn't really care. He should start, right? right? Yeah, so that's a pretty big addition for really not that much money. So we'll take it. But let's get to the draft, and we do have some needs this year. I mean, of course we do. The team wasn't good, but we'll see what we can do. Ooh, and Kayvon Carey has X Factor. What are these random dev traits? Like, usually I'm pretty good about telling when a player's gonna have a really good one, but it's just random ones that we're getting. We'll take it, but I kind of wish it was for like more impactful players rather than like borderline starting overall players. But all right, we pick at number 18. I don't know what I want to do this year. I haven't for a while, to be fair. Again, just the roster's good. There is a top 5 talent corner, which is cool. Maybe this is a weird recommendation, but I would usually recommend focus scouting something like corner where you know there are going to be a ton of good players. I mean, let me count them. There are 8 at least first to second round talent corners here. Like, that's pretty good. All right, I need to pause the draft despite, of course, having the draft clock off. Anyone want to put a over-under on how long that's going to take to get fixed, or if it ever gets fixed? Until next year, we'll see. But Tyrone Ash, or Tyron, I guess it would be Tyron with 2 N's, but top 5 talent corner in the mid-first, sounds good to me. Ranked 3, got him at 18, cool. And now just 2 picks later, or a pick later. Wait, there's another, oh, I thought this was a corner. So that was a good focus scout. Jose Webster is also a top, let's just build the craziest secondary of all time. Top 5 talent, I mean, I know we already have so many secondary players, but what else do we really need? I mean, we do have other needs, but they're not like, they're fixable. We'll worry about getting insanely good players first. I maybe should have drafted a tackle here, but the mid rounds are the spot to draft a guard or tackle anyways, or at least early second, which I guess we don't have an early second, but we'll see. But we got the #1 player in the class. Again, back-to-back years. Sounds good. Let's see. Is there a good guard this year? Or center? Maybe Harrington? Oh, maybe Harrington. Okay. So, despite having 43 bench reps at the combine, his power isn't very good, because that makes sense. But he has just a few A ratings from what we can see. I think he's going to be the pick. I'll give another little look around, but probably going to be the pick. Barry's good, but I don't think he's as good. And then Colby Reed could be pretty good. What's your strength? Decent. Yeah, he looks decent. Let's go with Ethan Harrington, out of South Carolina, left-handed just like me for real. Ranked number 16, got him at 52. We'll take it. That's why you don't need to draft lineman round 1. I mean, it's fine if there's a really good one that's projected to go round 1, but most of the time you don't need to in Madden. Should we just go with another corner? We have enough corners. I kind of want to go with another one because I don't know what else to do. We kind of need an off-ball linebacker a little bit. Let's see, is there one with like elite speed that looks good? No elite speed, but great. Bobby Baker looks not great. When did it start doing this? Why does it like lag for a second when you close out of players? Or not lag, but just not show anything. Oh, CJ Craver looks really terrible. Or Craver? Like, why does it do this now? It didn't do this even yesterday, I don't think. Okay, all 3 of these linebackers suck. They have speed and that's it. Darren Crocker looks pretty good. He's not. That's cool. All right, let me take a first-round talent corner to make up for it, and then we're done. I'm having fun. Well, that's debatable. I am playing Madden, so I'm having as much fun as you can have. Jalen Saxton, sure. Ranked 49, got him at 116. We'll take it. Oh my god, I wasn't recording when I went over the draft. Well, let's see. Webster, 82 overall, of course, the best player in the class. Ash, 80 overall. He was what, number 3? And then Saxton was good, a 74. Harrington is a 78, mid-first round talent. And then the CPU actually did pretty well. Ross, Flowers, Spencer is a blocking tight end, so he's probably gonna have X Factor, as per usual in Madden. But very good class, and let's get into year number 6, and hopefully we can finally do as well as we should. But here's a look at the team heading into year 6. We're up to a 92 overall, 93 offense, and of course a 92 defense. We'll again check where that ranks in the league in a second. I think we all know where that's gonna rank, but we'll have to see how we do in simulation. I mean, this team is gonna get expensive soon, but for now, this team is just insane. On paper, there's literally like not a single flaw with this team. I guess Harrington, because he's only a 78, but I mean, he has hidden dev. And then our linebackers aren't great or anything, but it's linebacker. Who cares? And we'll have to see what kind of dev traits we got for our rookies. I mean, obviously 3 really good rookies. I don't know if any of them are going to be superstar, but I hope they are. At least one should be. We'll see. But let's see how much we are the best team in the league by. The Ravens are a 91, and I think they're the closest. I'm surprised there is still a 91. I'm surprised they haven't regressed a little bit, but either way, we are still the best team in the league, so surely that will mean we should have the best record in the league at least once, or at least 1 year. Let's get to the midseason point and let's see what happens. Okay, at least we have a winning record. We're 4-2. We actually have a good offense and defense this year for what feels like the first time. Still, neither are like as good as they should be, but whatever. I won't complain. We'll take it. We're at least good-ish. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention at the start of the year, I did something weird with the O-line, but apparently it's working. I guess it wasn't intentional, but Taylor Moton was still a free agent, so I just signed him because he's been doing well. Well, he had one good year for us. It looks like he's doing okay this year. And then Mike Nweinu's playing left tackle, so how's he doing? Not great. Should we switch our tackles? I feel like it could be worse, but it definitely should be better. Ooh, okay. I think we only got, or no, we got 2 good dev traits this year. So Webster has X Factor, of course at only 21 years old. This team is ridiculous. This might go down as one of the best on paper, like 10-year rebuild teams I've ever done. I mean, mostly just off of drafting. Like I said earlier, we unfortunately don't have many Patriots players here anymore. I mean, still a few, but we've been making some pretty good picks. Unfortunately, Ash only has star, but Harrington has superstar. That's cool. I also think Spencer might have a good dev trait because, I don't know, he hasn't developed since the preseason, but he did go up 2 overall in the preseason, so I don't know. We'll see. Could actually be an X Factor blocking tight end. Wouldn't surprise me. But okay, we're doing good. I hope we can keep it up, and should we bench the tackles? That's my dilemma. Like, they're not doing too bad, but they're not doing great. I will bench Onwenu because like we have a superstar 83 overall backup left tackle in Jamie Thompson, so we'll see if he does better. But we have some re-signings to make. Here we go. We have 3.9 mil in cap, and we have to re-sign Steven Stevens, Kyle Pitts, Demario Douglas, Chris Harrell. Julian Davis is kind of a backup now. Oh no, Max Crosby. Keon White. This is where the fun time ends. Jelani Tavai, possibly Taylor Moton. This is even worse than I expected. This is like way worse. This is half of our good players. Arguably more than half. Well, we'll have to figure something out. If we're gonna get anyone back, it's probably Max Crosby because pass rush is so important in this game. But hopefully we can somehow find a way to get most of the good players here back. I know that's not gonna happen, but let me be hopeful. I kind of regret... God, I kind of regret setting middle linebacker as our focus position, especially now because it's a weak position for the 2nd year in a row. I mean, we're probably going to be losing a linebacker, so that's fine, but this is it's getting scary. But all right, let's get to the end of the year. If we choke this year, I'm gonna be inconsolable. Is that the word? I don't know. The voices will be getting louder. Thank you. We make the playoffs, going 12-5. Still, we have never been as good as we should be, but we'll take it. We are up to a 94 overall, though. I still don't think we've had a first-round bye, have we? I mean, if we did, it was when we had not a great team in terms of overall, but at least we made the playoffs. We have a 96 offense now, 93 defense, 94 overall. That overall is about to drop pretty soon, unfortunately, but we'll enjoy it while we have it. I always love how many 9-8 and 8-9 teams make the playoffs in Madden. But Drake May, 4,100 yards, 39 touchdowns, only 7 picks. Insanely good year. Probably going to be number 2 for MVP because the game hates me. D. Dockery, 1,100 yards, 4.9 per carry, 9 touchdowns. Really good year from him. So I'm slowly learning it is possible to make a Madden generated running back good. They usually won't be good year 1, but he actually was fine. I mean, 4 yards per carry isn't great, but that's better than usual. And then this year he was really good. But Justice Hankins, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, but really he was our only receiver, which I'm fine with. But like that's not really like the Bengals offense. They're more split, but I guess it's just how we have our receivers aligned because I have Hankins as the slot receiver too, so he's just getting like every target. But for blocking, Taylor Moton did end up with 8 sacks. That's exactly what I expected. But let's see, Thompson, I guess, did a little better than Nwenu. Both allowed 5 sacks, but Thompson played more, so. And Chris Harrell wasn't great. I could put Onwenu back at right guard for the playoffs, I guess, but Tavai led the team with 122 tackles for like the 40th year in a row. How many career tackles does he have, I wonder? Pretty good amount. He's been with the Patriots since 2021. Why did I think they signed him last year? I don't know. But Max Crosby, 18 TFLs, 13 for Ramsey, 11 for Allen, 10 for Perry, but sacks? 11.5 for Max Crosby? 11.5 is good, but might I point out again, 27.5 in 2026, 18.5, 18, 18. I mean, he had 14.5 here, but this was real life. This wasn't in simulation. My fault, I guess. At least 11 for Josh Hines Allen, 7.5 for Keon White, only 4.5 for Barmore, and picks. Only 6 total on the year. Have we had more than like, I think we had 8 one year, right? And that was, no, we had 1 year where we had a crazy amount. Why'd I go to career totals? Oh, I guess we can check out how many tackles Jelani Tavai has. 880, cool. Don't really know why I wanted to check that, but cool. But MVP goes to Josh Allen, now on the Cowboys. Drake May at number 4. I mean, at least Josh Allen's out of the division. That's good. Why does this face show up so much now? It's, name me a quarterback that looks like that other than like Ben Roethlisberger or something. I don't know. Or Jared, what was his name? The hefty lefty, rest in peace, my goat. Yeah, my king, Jared Lorenzen. But of course we get cucked. Rashee Rice wins Offensive Player of the Year. Justice Hankins at number 2. This game is playing a sick joke on me. Drake May at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Dwayne Hubbard for the, I really wanted to say Bills because I was looking at the Bills, but Broncos. I had to stop myself like 3 times from saying Bills. Max Crosby at number 4, Josh Hines Allen at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to a Dolphins player. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Webster at number 3, Ash at 4. No awards. Unlucky. But we are going to be taking on and probably losing to our division rival in the Buffalo Bills here. This is going to be our last year with the best overall team in the league. We're going to go through it for a couple years, but I mean, we had our shot for a good at least 3 years here to win a Super Bowl, again, with the highest overall team in the league. We have a lot of scenarios here. The viral video. Oh no, what I promised to. 8 yards attempt. We might have hit that. Okay, we did. Did I say 8 yards attempt? I left out a word or two there, but whatever. Ryan Clark needs to, like, mind his own business. I know I already said that, but like, it's annoying. What's this? I have to talk to the team. I don't want to. These take so long. I mean, they don't individually, but when you have to do like 5 of them, it takes a while. But all right. Can we please win? Please? Thank you. Is that our first playoff win? I don't know if it is, but it might be. I didn't know the simulation could be any worse than Madden 24. It might be worse. I doubt they changed it because they don't really change anything in this game year to year other than like they change the menus, they change how they look, barely. But simulation just feels even worse to me. But we do thankfully win 24-13. God. We have a thingy here, defensive coordinator to the Bengals. What did we find? Is it ever not D-line? We didn't see any one-on-one matchup concerns. Yeah, because our team is like the best in the league. We don't have any weaknesses. We'll go power moves again, I guess. That's just what I always go with. I wish I could do -5 power moves because it might make us play better, being a worse overall. But the Bengals here, I don't think we're gonna win this game, honestly. We're 5 overall better. We're at home. They are 10-7. They're not 9-8, so we might have a chance. Let's see what happens once again, and we're out of the playoffs. The voices are getting louder, but of course we have to re-sign a bunch of players, and we are 1.1 mil in debt, just like me for real. All right, let's restructure as many deals as we can. That Drake May one actually saved 22 mil, so we might be fine. We might be able to bring back a couple players, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I realized I forgot to put Christian Barmore at right guard for that game. I always say I'm gonna do something, then I immediately forget. I don't know why, but we should have a decent amount of money now, up to 47 mil, so that should be enough to get Max Crosby back, assuming he wants to come back. I would go, how about neutral 2 years? 2 years, 57 mil. That's pretty cheap for a 97 overall. Again, like 6 years in the future. He does take it. Now we have to, make some tough decisions here. We'll pick up the 5th year for Ramsey, but Stevens, Pitts, Douglas, Harrell, who's probably not going to be my choice. Keon White, he's 31 at this point though, but he's still been really good. Like, he's been one of our most consistent pass rushers, which is crazy for Madden. I was saying the same thing about Joe Tryon, but he was kind of ass. Speaking of Joe Tryon, we're not going to bring him back, but what if I don't really want anyone here back. I mean, how is Steven Stevens done? Like, he is a 95 overall X Factor. He has 1 pick in 5 years. Do you see what I'm saying about safeties all being horrible in this game? Even for pass deflections, 3? He had 1 in 2027 as a free safety. Like, you could argue he's just not getting targeted. I feel like we both know that's not the case, though. And plus, like, a good rangy safety will get a pick when they're not the one getting targeted. So I'm good. Should be a really good player, but in typical Madden fashion, he is horrible in simulation. So I'm not going to bring anyone back. I mean, I could bring Demario Douglas back just because he's an original player on this team, but he's kind of been replaced. I don't know. I guess we could, just as the Patriots. He comes back. I should have maybe tried player friendly or team friendly, but I don't know if anyone's ever accepted team friendly before. So let's get into the offseason. I don't think we can do anything in free agency, so let's get to the draft. And I mean, even after losing that many good players, we're still a 91 overall. Like, I don't know. Let's see what we can do in the draft. But in the draft, we pick at number 27. Not gonna trade. I don't think I've traded up once here. I've thought about it a lot, but it hasn't really made sense at any, certain point. But let's see. I did focus scout these 3 players. All of them are fine. Honestly, I thought rushing would be really good. Is he just not that fast? No, he is pretty fast. I guess just not the best short route running and only B medium route, but everything else, I'm surprised he isn't better than a first to second round talent. And of course, as we saw, it's a weak middle linebacker class. There is 1 first to second round talent, I guess 2, so that's good at least, but nobody great. Like, this isn't gonna end up being a great looking class on paper, but I think it'll be what we need more than being flashy, I guess. So I think, unless Malone is really good, what's his speed? Oh, we're in a dilemma here. Okay, Malone ran a 4.48 and has better short route, but only B to D for stuff like medium route, catching traffic. I think he might be better though. There's also Lance Bracken's. He has a medium route. I don't know who's the best. I would guess Bracken's the worst out of the 3, but I genuinely don't know how much medium route matters for tight ends. If I did, then, I would be able to say, but I just don't know. There's also John Knowles, who looks maybe the best out of the group. I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait, he has the A medium route, but he also has some of the other ratings too. Unlike whatever his name was. Lance Bracken's. Or should we just go with the classic blocking tight end? Maybe. There are a lot of elite strength tight ends in this class. Picking tight ends is hard. I don't know who to go with. We might double up though, because I like Malone. I don't know if I like him the most though. I do think Knowles could be better. This is maybe gonna be a weird pick, but we're in a position to take risks after being so underperforming for so long. It might be better to get worse overall players if he is worse. So we'll take him. Ranked number 12 in the class. Got him at 27. Normal dev. I hate this game. So he was a really good player, but despite being very athletic, having a few elite traits, no dev trait. Fun. I might go with another tight end just to try to get a hidden dev, because that's pretty important. We don't use tight end much anyways, but it's still gonna look ugly on paper. But we'll go with Victor Gary here, a linebacker. He's fine. Thankfully, he is hidden dev. Round 3, should we go with a blocking tight end? There's Mentor. He has elite strength. Looks pretty good. And then there's Barton. Also elite strength. Also looks good. This is tough. Let's just go with Mentor. Looks good. That's my analysis. He isn't very good. Okay, cool. This is not a good draft, but to be fair, at least I said it wouldn't be. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. It would look a lot better if John Knowles didn't have normal dev. That would be nice. He's still fine. I mean, wait a minute. Maybe he's not fine. He's borderline like 3rd string. Not for us, but like ranked number 63 at tight end. I mean, there are only 32 teams in the league, so he would be the 2nd string for every team in the league, I guess, except 1? Or is that how that? No, he would be, I don't know. Brain no work. I'm gonna like stop talking, but I mean, it was a good pick. He was ranked 12. Definitely would have been better to take another tight end because they would have had a dev trait, but how would I have known? Oh, and there was a good center. I didn't even see this guy, Max Bean. Just really strong and really good impact block and lead block. Honestly, other than that, he doesn't look amazing, but sure. Yeah, this wasn't a great draft. Was there a better tight end? Probably. Well, we might have gotten the highest overall one, but why am I going this way? It looks like we did get the highest overall, but let's see. We thought Bracken's looked good. I clicked away. I don't feel feel like going back to tight ends. Whatever. We got the highest overall, so I did what I could. Let's get into year 7. We'll start him, just I won't be happy about it. But all right, here we are heading into year 7, coming down to the end here. Still no Super Bowl win, not even close, despite, again, having the best team in the league for I don't even know how long now. Still, despite losing a lot of good players, we are a 92 overall, 93 offense, 91 defense. So we'll have to see how we do this year. We should be good. We should be. But that's been the story for I don't even know how long. It's almost not worth saying anymore. It's almost not even worth me talking about the team anymore because we didn't really change much other than Knowles at tight end instead of Kyle Pitts. It also could be a strategy to start one of the like star dev tight ends because again, Knowles only has normal and it would be really hard for him to win offensive rookie of the year, but I guess he maybe could because I doubt many rookies are starting for teams anymore. We'll see though. We'll still give him a chance. Realistically though, we'll probably add another tight end next offseason. Not that we really use one enough anyways, but again, just to make the team look better. And then, oh yeah, I signed Tremaine Edmonds. He was a free agent, still an 85 overall, so I picked him up. He is 32, so this is probably going to be the only year we have him, but he's good for now. But all right, let's get to the mid-season point of year 7, and we will see how this team does. But from the preseason, at least, it's not looking great, but you never know. I also want to point out on defense, we have a Gary, a Perry, and a Carey. That's not confusing or anything. All right, we are 4-2 at the mid-season once again. So good, but still just not as good as we should be, but at least good. At least we have a winning record. I do want to check. I forgot to check at the start of the year. Team overall, where do we rank now? Okay, the Ravens are tied with us at a 92. The Ravens have been just really good here. The Lions are also a 92. So, I mean, despite losing a pretty good amount of players, we are still tied for the highest overall team in the league. But who are we going to have to re-sign this year? I'm kind of scared to look. Hopefully it's not as bad as last year, but realistically it probably will be. Okay, it's worse. We have negative 20 mil, and we have to re-sign Justice Hankins, Quentin Hawkins, who isn't amazing, but he is a starter, I think. Oh, I guess that's not too bad. Paulson Adebo, Tremaine Edmonds, who we probably won't bring back, but that's it. The big one being Justice Hankins, though. I mean, I hope we can at least clear enough up to tag him. We're not going to be able to clear up enough cap to fully extend him, but we should be able to tag him. He's only asking like 30 mil a year, though, even slightly less than that, but I don't think we're going to be able to free up like 50 mil in cap, unless, I don't know, the cap expands enough, but I don't even know if the cap expands in Madden. I'm assuming it does, but if it does, why is every deal still so cheap for how good these players are? Okay, it definitely does expand. It's apparently 255 in real life. It's 315 in 2030, but it'll probably be a lot more than that in 2030, to be fair. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. Again, we should be able to restructure some deals, I'm hoping. And what do I do for this scenario? It's minus something plus something. I guess we'll go block shed minus tackle. Does it really matter? Because it's, I don't know. It's -5 plus 5. I doubt it would do much in simulation. But all right, let's get to the end of the season and we will see how we finish. Okay, good. We make the playoffs going 12-5. Still, I guess 12-5 is fine. I keep trying to see the standings. How do you do it? Not schedule. I'm stupid. It literally said standings and I went past it. Okay, I guess we were third and we were like tied for top 3. The other teams that were top 3 were the Ravens, who only went 10-7, and where are the Lions? Do they not exist anymore? Oh, they went 11-6. Okay, so they both did well too, surprisingly. But at least we made the playoffs again. Still no first round bye. We're coming off a week 18 loss to the Colts. But let's check out our season stats. Drake May, 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, and only 2 picks, 74 completion percentage. Sounds good to me. D. Dockery didn't get as many rushing attempts this year, though. Only 217, 900 yards, 4.2 per carry, 14 touchdowns. Like, he was good, just didn't get the ball much. But 1,400 yards and 16 touchdowns for Hankins. Almost 900 for Freeman, but that's mostly it. As a rookie, Knowles was good. 1 yard off 600. Ooh, Jamie Thompson at left tackle wasn't great, but the rest of the line was. And then on defense, 120 tackles for Victor Gary led the team as a rookie. TFL 17 for Ramsey, 16 for Crosby, 14 for Barmore. In sacks, 14 for Max Crosby, 10.5 8.5 for Ramsey, 10 for Barmore, 8.5 for Hines Allen, yet we still didn't have a good defense because we had 4 total interceptions on the year. 3 for Gonzalez, 1 for Ash, and that's it. How do you have a good defense in Madden? Okay, bad time for me to ask that because Drake May wins MVP here. Finally, that's huge. Oh, I didn't even mean to go to Coach of the Year, but Gerard Mayo wins it. That's cool. No Mikey McDingle here, of course, unfortunately. Well, shout out to the person who told me to use an I instead of an L in his name, because it just doesn't let you use McDingle. That almost feels targeted. Like, why do they get rid of it now after I start using it? Well, Mikey McDingle's been around for a while, but whatever. Rashee Rice wins Offensive Player of the Year probably for the 50th time. Justice Hankins at number 3, Drake May at 4. Defensive Player of the Year is, of course, top 2'd by Bills. Max Crosby at 3. Tyrone Ramsey at 7. Oh my God. John Knowles gets number 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. John Elam wins it for the Chargers. And Defensive Rookie of the Year does at least go to Victor Gary. That's cool. I was hoping for both, but at least we get one. I mean, the Gary one was obvious. He probably was first by a mile. I was hoping for both. But either way, at least we make the playoffs. Now, how far will we go in the playoffs? Will we win in the wild card? It's always a wild card, I guess. I mean, we were better than the Chargers at literally everything, I think, other than run game on offense, just because we don't run much. But let's see, we have a storyline here. This is, I think, the 30 sack scenario, which I would safely say we hit. Oh no, this is 8 yards per pass attempt. We definitely hit that, right? Okay, we did. What about the 30 sacks one? We also did that this year, I think. I don't know. Once I do like 10 years, every year starts to blend. But let's see what happens in the wild card here. We do win, thankfully. What was the score? Why did I go to standings now? I'm stupid. Who it was? Our defense tried to sell us. We won 41-35. We had to put up some points. Okay, now that we're past, checking who won MVP, how do you have a good defense in Madden? It seems impossible this year. Last year it was hard. You had to not filter through, but switch through a ton of different playbooks until you found one that worked and then have just a dominant pass rush and it would finally be good. But this year, I just don't know how. I don't think we've had a single consistently good defensive playbook once. So I don't know. Also, it says, I forgot about this. It says this playbook is a base 3-4 scheme that focuses on generating pressure. Yet the formations are 5-2 and 4-3. I guess I just didn't update the description, but one of the 14 billion things that aren't right in Madden. I mean, that one's small, but still. Should we keep our defensive playbook? It should be so much better than it is, though. That's the case with every simulation in Madden ever. When you're good, I don't know. Have I beaten the point home enough? That's not the saying. Is it? Beating a dead horse? Cranking your hog? I don't know. What's the saying? Whatever. I feel like I've complained enough about how simulation works. At least we're in the playoffs. And I say I should stop complaining as we're probably about to lose to the Bengals here, unfortunately. We're 5 overall better and at home. We have a 96 offense to their 91, 92 defense to their 88. Let's see what happens. Have the Bengals taken us out of the playoffs like 4 times now? Well, there's, I think, our 4th. Am I washed? We haven't sniffed a Super Bowl win once in Madden 25. I mean, I think we've made one, but every rebuild we end up with easily the best overall team in the league, and it just goes nowhere. All right, was it our defense? Yup. All right, I don't know what playbook to pick. I don't know which one's good. I don't. The Packers were really good one year, not for us. They had like 16 interceptions, didn't they? And this is fun. I'm having fun. The Saints had a good defense. I don't know if I trust that, but I've seen them up here a few times. You know what? What do we have to lose? And we'll switch to another 4-3 defensive playbook because that's been my strategy, but I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I'm a keep it a stack. I don't think we're winning a Super Bowl here today, but we will see. I'm trying my best, believe me. Negative 35 mil in cap, that's great. We've had a lot of Super Bowl rematches. We had a Rams-Bengals here. I haven't really been pointing out Super Bowls in Madden 25 for some reason, probably because it doesn't show the score on the screen anymore. Just another thing that EA will add back as a feature next year or something, I don't know, or in 5 years. Packers-Broncos, that's probably a Super Bowl rematch, I don't know. I guess that was like the only I was just thinking of the one like super high scoring game against the Rams and Chiefs. We had Chiefs 49. Nope, that was real life. I'm stupid. But I guess that was a rematch of like 2020 or 19 or whatever year that was. I'm just procrastinating because I'm scared of what's gonna happen to the team here. So of course, negative 35 mil. Not great. I don't even know if we can restructure that much, but we'll try. We might be able to. It's gonna be pretty close. We don't need a ton of cap. We just need to be positive. I think I need to be more positive, but we need to be positive in cap space. And can we release anyone and have it save cap? I don't think I've done that once because it hasn't really ever been worth it. Josh Uche, I guess we can let go, but I think he's due for a deal anyways, so I don't think that'll do anything, but whatever. But all right, obviously not enough money to really bring anyone back, but actually, wait, if I play this smart, I don't want to like mess this up though, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but we could maybe bring someone like Hawkins back, but I don't even know how bad we need him, to be fair. He hasn't really turned into much of a player here. Maybe Paulson Adebo, but again, our secondary's been so horrible. All right, we'll offer, this is gonna take a while. I guess I should have gone the other way because I think if it goes to 20, it flips back. No, maybe it might go to 40. I don't know. All right, we'll offer him a whole 3-year, $22 million deal. What? He doesn't take it? These receivers, these days, they're such divas. These kids these days, they don't know how to work with their hands. We'll pick up the 5th year for D. Dockery, who of course isn't interested. That's fun. Yay. Can't wait to have to like have him reject us and then tag him for way too much money. It'll be fine. Let's get to the draft and we will see what we can do. We have a 97 overall offense. What? How did it improve? I don't know, but Knowles, I knew it. We finally get our X-Factor blocking tight end, Donovan Mentor. He isn't a very good overall, but he has X-Factor, that is for sure. I didn't say anything about it, but I was literally thinking, because he got buried as the 4th tight end, I was like, out of anyone, Mentor probably has X-Factor, and he does. That's cool. But, ooh, on defense, we got a few good dev traits. Ramsey went up to X-Factor, or Gary went up to Superstar. That's fun. Surely they'll play well now. Well, Ramsey's been good, and I guess Gary was, but I just want a Super Bowl win, man. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. But all right, we pick at number 26. Let's see what we can do. I focus scouted outside linebackers this year. I think the good one is gone. Oh no, he isn't. Leonard Gallagher, 1st round talent. There's also Chris Brown, unlucky. I'm surprised I don't see more Chris Browns in Madden. That's such a generic name, but should we go with Gallagher? Honestly, he kind of screams normal dev, but I don't really know what else to do. That would be more of a future plan, obviously, because we still have Max Crosby and Josh Hines-Allen, but ooh, wait a minute. There is a top 5 talent center here, Mitch Pearman. Could we get him round 2, or will he be gone? That's the only question. I think we're gonna have to trade up, and I'm fine with that. So here, let's go with Gallagher, because why not? Ranked 16, got him at 26. Somehow that's an A+, even though A, it's not an immediate impact, and B, it's like, I mean, 26 to 16 is good, but also normal dev, I called it. I mean, it's, what can I do? But let's trade up for the center. There is a top 5 projected player still left, a QB, John Buckley. I mean, he looks good. I'm just assuming no teams need a QB anymore. Doing 10-year rebuilds really fries my brain, I'm not gonna lie. Let's trade up to like 42. Is that a little unnecessarily high? Maybe, but I want to get that center. All right, we'll trade 58, I think, and 90 for 42 and whatever the 7th round pick is, 202 apparently. Again, probably unnecessary. We could have even been fine at number, 58 or whatever we were at, but don't want to risk it. He looks really, really, really good. Surprisingly doesn't have elite strength. Usually that's something you want to look for with top 5 talent players, or trying to find them. But I mean, even his weak trait, his finesse, he has B run block finesse and C pass block finesse. Let's take him. Number 2 in the class, got him at 42. Yeah, that's only an A. Like, is it just a random letter it puts? Like, what is the logic behind the grade? I don't understand, but we'll take it. And now I don't know what I want to do for the rest of the draft. Is there anyone decent? Not really. Good receiver? Zaire Armstrong looks solid. A short route, A catch in traffic, B catching. Ooh, a 4.67 speed receiver. That sounds great. He might not even be that bad because somehow he has great acceleration and like a few B ratings. Nothing that's an F. Mostly C's. He's probably like a 70-something overall, despite being incredibly slow. I guess maybe he's a Jake Bobo type. I don't know. Everyone's favorite white boy. But Jake Bobo's 40 time was like a little weird because apparently he ran it in the rain. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Zaire Armstrong, you look mid. We'll take you. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Ranked 47, picked him at 122. Where did our dev traits go? Why can I not buy a hidden dev anymore? Like, come on. I'm about to cheat and give everyone hidden dev. But of course, very good draft on paper if you ignore the dev traits. Gallagher 77 overall. Possibly our a future starter, but again, the dev trade will make it tough. And playing on this defense will also make it tough because, again, we just can't be good for some reason. But Mitch Pearman is very good. Probably will play at guard. He's 318 pounds, so probably. Goes up to an 82 there. And then Armstrong's a 74. He's solid. Who was the best player in the class? Probably someone who went really high. Oh, well, I guess it's Mitch Pearman now. There was a good running back and a good corner, but moving Pearman to guard made him the best player in the class, so we'll take it. But okay, here we are heading into year number 8. Up to a 92 overall heading into the year, again, despite losing a few players. I guess it wasn't too bad this year, but still going through it a little bit. Still waiting on that Super Bowl win. Still probably the best overall team in the league, but we'll check in a second. Our defense is getting a little worse, I guess. Now only an 88, but I don't know. Once more cap frees up, we should be able to, you know, build it back up a little bit. If more cap frees up, we'll see. But once again, we gotta ask the annual question. How much are we gonna underperform this year? We are a 92 overall, of course. The Vikings are a 91. That's crazy. And that would be it. We have the highest overall team in the league. So surely we would be good, right? It'd be weird if we weren't. I mean, we've been good the last couple years, just like no playoff wins. Well, one per year for the last 2 years, and then we get bodied in the divisional by a team that's worse than us. This feels like the definition of insanity. Well, I guess we're not really doing the same thing. We're switching playbooks and switching players and still isn't working. So I guess it's the opposite of that. But whatever. Let's get to the midseason point. Please, can we be good? I feel like this is the year we're gonna do really bad in the regular season, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'm just being pessimistic. We'll see. Yep, good call. We're 2-5. Why? How do I fix this? Is there a fix to this? How do people do well in simulation? I don't understand it still. All right, well, at least bench Mike Onwenu again for like the 40th time, but our defense is 30th in the league. Max Crosby has 2 sacks through 7 games, and Josh Hines-Allen has 1. And we have 2 total picks on the year. That's cool. That's awesome. I love that. The voices. All right, who do we have to re-sign? Hankins still. Ramsey, Thompson, Carey, Clifford, just a few starters. Crosby, Barmore. Would it be a good strategy to just let everyone go and kind of reset? I think we might actually do that. Hold on. I mean, why not? Where does Max Crosby rank in terms of overall? He's still a top 3 left outside linebacker, I guess. We'll send him... Oh, never mind. That would put us over the cap. Wait, no, it wouldn't. We're just already so far over the... whatever. What if we do something like super crazy? But no team could really afford all these players. I guess the Raiders could. We're getting a little silly and goofy here. Possibly too silly and goofy for our own good. But sometimes you just gotta do things in Madden, especially. We just can't get over the cap. I guess the penalties are too big. God, this would be like a 4 first-round pick trade. Yeah, I mean, this trade would be saving cap space, yet it's like, oh, this trade would put your team over the cap. We're already 32 mil over the cap. This would put us down to 5. I mean, just Crosby alone would put us down to 18. This would save us cap space. Well, we can't really trade anyone away here, so I guess we're stuck, but I guess we'll re-sign Ramsey and then possibly tag Hankins at the end of the year once again, and that's going to be our strategy. You can't say I didn't try to gut the team when we're massively underperforming, but we shouldn't be massively underperforming, and, you know, to begin with, of course. Did I switch the defensive playbook? Did I remember to, or did I forget? I think I did. Yeah, we went Saints. Apparently that isn't good. Let's get to the end of the year. Am I just unlucky? Like, what do I do? We have the best offense in the league at the end of the year and the 3rd worst defense. But we make the playoffs? I didn't even bench anyone. I was just giving up on the year. Drake May, 3,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 10 picks. How did we make the playoffs? I mean, we easily deserve to. We should have gone like 15-2 because we, again, for the millionth time, have the best roster in the league. I feel the need to keep reiterating that because we have never played like it once this entire rebuild. But Dockery, almost 1,400 yards, 5.1 per carry, 16 touchdowns. Freeman, 1,000 yards, only 1,000 for Hankins, though. Didn't do super... I mean, he did well, but not as well as he has done. 15 touchdowns. Onwenu got a little better, but he still wasn't very good. Gary, 121 tackles. TFL's 20 for Ramsey. What the fuck, dude? 16 for Hines-Allen and Barmore, 10 for Crosby. 9 sacks for Barmore, 8 for Ramsey, 2.5 sacks for Josh Hines-Allen, 2 for Max Crosby. What is this game? Like, what are we doing? We had picks this year. Let's go through and let's see if laying this defense out as a 4-3 does make it work better, because it was good for the Saints. It was very much not good for us. I mean, we combined 4.5 sacks with Josh Hines-Allen and Max Crosby. That's not a winning formula there. Okay, our defense should be better now, I guess. We'll see. It looks a little better now, I guess. I mean, that's debatable, but it should have been good for a long time, and it still hasn't been, but hopefully it finally can be. We'll just have to see. We have a few storylines here. Oh, I doubt we hit these. One was a sack total, and then one was, oh yeah, I set the goal of 40 sacks. I don't know if we hit 20, despite having, again, Christian Barmore, Ramsey, Max Crosby, Josh Hines-Allen, because that's realistic. That wouldn't be a good pass rush group, an average of like a 92 maybe overall group. Yep, we had 24 total sacks. That was the 4th lowest in the league, because that's realistic, and this one's 30 sacks, so we obviously didn't hit that. But at least we're coming off 2 wins. You know, we beat the Bills pretty badly. We beat the Jets too. I just don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm not as confident this year. I mean, I haven't been, to be fair, because I know how this game works, but we'll see what happens. I mean, what else can we really do? So let's simulate this game out against the Bills. Can we win? No. Well, let's get into the offseason. 2K, please save us. Please, 2K. Get EA out of here. They can't make a game. But we're gonna have a tough offseason, I think, which could be a good thing. Again, lower overall might equal better performance here. We'll restructure every deal and try to get Hankins back, but I don't know how many deals we can restructure. It's not as many anymore. We're mostly just paying a few players now, but we're paying them a lot of money, so I think that was at least enough to, it wasn't enough to get us positive. Let's see. I'm gonna cut maybe Demario Douglas, unfortunately. He could even be up for, or no, I don't think he's up for a deal. Yeah, that saves us a little money, so we should be able to tag Hankins once I spend 20 minutes lowering this. Okay, we'll offer him a whole 3 years, 13 mil. Doesn't take it. Shocker there, but we have to tag him 1 year, 42.8 mil. That's cool. We're gonna be losing a lot of players, but it's a necessary evil, I guess. Again, could even be a good thing. Well, I think Max Crosby retired, which he, of course, as soon as we trade for him, started playing worse than he ever has. Never seen that happen in Madden before. But let's get to the draft, and we'll see what we want to do, I guess. If anything, we are down to an 88 overall now. Like, we're regressing. We're passing up our window of being the best team in the league easily for like 6 years in a row, with a total of like 3 playoff wins. This game makes me an angry person. But all right, in the draft, we pick at number 21. Let's just try to make this team good. Let's stop caring about the record. Let's just try to get this back to the highest overall team in the league. That's really all I can do. So that'll be our goal. But who do I want? I didn't focus scout any linemen this year because we really don't need any anymore at all. Like, we've had enough. I've maybe had enough of this game, but let's see. Yeah, I don't really see any crazy ones. If there is a crazy one, it's probably one of these 2 centers right here, or maybe 3. But I don't know. These guys are projected day 3 picks, so who knows? We do maybe need a 3rd receiver. Ben Wall looks pretty good. Ooh, wait a minute. A medium route, A catching, B spec catch and short route, good speed, elite agility and acceleration. This is the type of receiver I like to look for. A playmaker with elite agility and acceleration and good medium route. This is my type. Now, we have other needs too, but he looks like the best out of the players at the positions we need, if you know what I'm trying to say. There are a couple good corners. We might be able to get Taj Mayo round 2. We'll see. But hey, I mean, let's go with Jamarcus Hayward looks maybe good too, but I don't know. But let's go with Ben Wall out of UCF, only 21 years old. Probably normal dev because he's a playmaker, but I think he'll still be good. I don't know. He might have a good dev trait because he does have elite traits. Oh, pretty good pick there. I didn't think he would be that good, but this is my type. This is the type you should maybe look for. Elite agility and acceleration, and then good medium route playmaker receivers. Look for those. They don't always show up, but if they do, they're usually pretty good, the best player in the class. I don't know how much I ever see, honestly. I'm like really surprised about this because usually if there is a receiver that's the best player in the class, they go like top 5. It seems really rare to find a good receiver that is, you know, or at least, you know, this good of of a receiver in the later first. It's interesting. But round 2, is the corner still here? Probably not. Oh, he is. Okay. Taj Mayo. Are any of the good pass rushers still here? No. I did focus scout a defensive end, but shocking. He's not great. I mean, he's fine. If he's still there round 3, I might take him, but Taj Mayo, good speed, elite acceleration, A-man, C player ec, which as I always say is basically an A for corners, because I don't think I've ever seen B player ec for corners. Yeah, but we'll go Taj Mayo. We know he's a first round talent. Ranked number 7 in the class. Normal dev though, whatever. We got number 1 and number 7 with pick 21 and 53. Oh yeah, it literally says 53. I was doing the math in my head. Well, at least I did the math right. And then I don't know what else to do really. I don't want to go with another run stop. We have enough linebackers. We maybe need a pass coverage type because that's our right outside linebacker scheme and we just don't have one on the roster, but I don't know that there is a good one in the draft here, to be fair. There's Daniel Harden who looks solid, but he's 23. Harden looks solid. That's hilarious. I didn't even mean to do that, but whatever. Is Bobby Price fast? He doesn't look bad. He just doesn't look amazing. Let's just go with Daniel Harden. He's a scheme fit. Rank 79, got him at 85. No dev trait. What's with the lack of dev traits lately? Whatever. Let's get to the end of the draft. We'll see how we did. I do wonder what Wall's, I was gonna say dev trait. I guess I wonder what that is, but I meant to say overall. I wonder what his overall is. He's an 81. Okay, that's about what I expect. Very good player. I mean, the best player in the class. At least probably tied for it. Taj Mayo, 79 overall, and then Harden is fine, and the CPU took Matthew Forbes. He looks fine, and then a bunch of mid. It took another linebacker. We don't need 3. God. We needed a pass rusher, maybe, but, like, that's not what it took. It took a run stopper and another run stopper. But, all right, let's get into year number 9, coming down to the very end here. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl in this one, but can we get back to the highest overall team in the league? We will see. I might even just completely drop the goal of, you know, winning a Super Bowl in rebuilds in general. I already kind of have, just because it's, I don't know, I see other people win Super Bowls in rebuilds when I watch them, but I just can't. I don't know why. I build my team to be a good overall and do well in simulation, and then it doesn't do well in simulation. Maybe I should just go for overall. I don't know. But here we are heading into year number 9, looking still, I mean, a 90 overall, so not as good as we have been technically, but still a 90 overall. 96 offense still, just only an 84 defense. That's the problem, but it is still, maybe it'll play better. It might. Like, it legitimately might. Other problem with our defense is we just don't have many players with good dev traits. Like, all these younger players that are starting only have star dev, so gonna be tough to develop them, but we'll see. Again, it might be good for our defense to be a bad overall, because maybe it'll make it play well. Oh yeah, and also some interesting stuff on offense. Well, the CPU tried to sign Charles Cross. I want nothing to do with him in Madden. He's one of the worst players in the game in terms of performance, so I just moved the line around. We only have like 6 linemen on the roster. We have all our starters, and then Whitmore is a backup, and that's it. Or is Whitmore even a lineman? Yeah, he is. He's a right tackle. I guess we could play Mentor as a backup lineman. I mean, he is a good blocker. Oh yeah, and also something else interesting is this Warren Hawkins guy. I feel like we've had a million Hawkins so far, but Superstar X Factor as a 63 overall. I'm guessing he was just on our practice squad last year, but that's crazy. But overall, I'm worried for this season. We could be bad, but then again, like I said, I don't know, because I just don't know. You can have a 99 overall team, you can go 5-12. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it. And you can have like a 75 overall team by this point, be the worst team in the league by 10 overall and somehow make the playoffs. Like, it's crazy. So we'll just see what happens. Let's get to the midseason point of year 9, coming down to the very end here, and we'll see what happens. Yep, we're 4-2. Here is my advice. Make a mid team in Madden. It will do better in simulation. I'm telling you. I mean, it seems more season dependent than anything, but I doubt we have the highest overall team in the league anymore. Maybe we still do, though. I note the Vikings have a 91, so we finally got passed up for the first time in like 8 years. The Bucks also have a 91. But of course we get passed up and we're finally doing well. Because why wouldn't we be good when we have a good team? This game drives me insane. Our defense still kind of sucks, but I guess it's better than it was last year. I don't know. And for re-signings, we freed up well, I can't say we freed up a ton of cap, but all of our our contracts are expiring in the same year. So we have 169 mil for the final season, I guess. We'll go Webster 6 years, 167. Dockery 7 years, 178. Hankins 6 years, 286 mil. All three took those deals. That's surprising. How's Harrington doing at left tackle? Probably not great. No. Okay, we'll bench him. Ash isn't interested. How has he done? He has 3 total picks in 4 full starting years. Or, well, I guess 3.5. We'll see. That's not even that bad for Madden, at least. Vasquez will go 5 years, 94 mil. He takes it. Freeman, we'll see. Gonzalez will go 3 years, 42. He takes it. And then Josh Hines-Allen probably will retire, so we're probably going to need to trade for another pass rusher at the end of the year. We'll see. I mean, whoever we trade for is inevitably going to play much worse for us, but we'll trade for somebody. So that's all the re-signing we're going to do for now. Let's bench a couple players. Let's bench Harrington, but I guess if we bench Harrington, we're gonna have to bench him for a 68 overall, unless we put like Pierman at left tackle. I guess we could just switch their positions. I guess that could work. That could really backfire, but we'll see. Might as well try it. And let's see, who else is underperforming? Probably everybody on the roster. Ooh, Chase Rhodes at right guard is not 3 sacks from right guard in 300 snaps. That's crazy. Again, I always reference this. Watch a 0 overall rebuild. Almost every single time in year 1, the 0 overall right guard allows 0 sacks, or like 1 or 2. Here, Rhodes is on pace to allow like 10 at right guard, or 9. Not that he's amazing, but he's an 80 overall better than, you know, those 0 overall players. So just wanna put that out there. Just wanna let y'all know a little fun tidbit if you didn't already know about Madden, how amazing the simulation is. Oh, and we are getting no pressure despite, again, having Josh Hines-Allen and a decent right end in Leonard Gallagher, who has 0 sacks through, you know, 4 games, or no, 6 games. But I mean, we're doing okay somehow, just barely. I can feel a fall off coming on pretty soon, unfortunately, but we're doing okay for now. So let's get to the end of the year. Let's get into our last off season, and we will see what happens. I mean, unless we make the playoffs, we'll get there first. Okay, we must have been doing really well for a while, because we finished 10-7 despite losing the last 2 games to the Seahawks and Jets. We're better. I mean, we're not better. Well, we are better than we did last year. We were 9-8 last year with a 93 overall team, or whatever it ended up being. I don't know. We're not too far behind that at a 91, but of course we get worse, do better. Was there a 7-10 team in the playoffs? Look at the records here. 7-10. Browns 9-8. Titans 9-8. Bengals 8-9. Simulation is so weird. It's so 50-50. I feel like that's why there are so many 9-8, 8-9 teams in the playoffs. Everyone just ends up being mid, because you can literally lose to anybody. I mean, I've said this before, like, that's kind of a thing in real life. Like, you know, the whole any given Sunday, whatever corny ass saying. That's a thing in real life, but it's brought up to like, not even 11 in Madden. It's brought up to like 25 in Madden. So everyone just ends up being average. They end up beating up on each other. Pause. Like, there are obvious exceptions, but the simulation is so weird. Let's check out our stats, though. We'll see what happened. Of course, we're on a losing streak now, but Drake May, 4,100 yards, 34 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's been insanely good. Now playing up to a 99 overall, a base 97. D. Dockery, 1,350 yards, 5.1 per carry, 13 touchdowns. Good year. He's been a monster. He's like one of the better performing like Madden generated running backs I've ever seen. But Hankins, 1,100 yards, almost 1,200, 10 touchdowns. Ben Wall, 1,000 yards as a rookie, 900 for Freeman. John Knowles, oh, he had a year in between. I forgot he's been here for, I guess this is his 3rd year. I thought he had back-to-back 599 yard seasons. That would have been weird, but I guess it is still weird it happened twice. But Mike Onwenu sucked. Harrington sucked. Pierman was fine, I get, debatably. But what else is new? And then on defense, 116 tackles for Gary led the team, 115 for Harden. He had a good rookie year. Possible defensive rookie of the year. But 14 TFLs for Ramsey, 13 for Gallagher, 12 for Hodge, 10 for Allen, and sacks, 12.5 for Josh Allen. Very much bounced back in probably his final year. 11.5 for Ramsey, 5 for Hodge, and only half a sack for Leonard Gallagher in a full starting season as not that bad of a player. I mean, he's ranked 28, but that's like, I don't know, who's like a replacement level starter? I guess like DJ Wanham is who came to mind first. He gets a lot of sacks though, so that's maybe like too extreme of an example because he just plays so much that he inevitably gets production. But I mean, I guess that's a good example. Like, this is probably what, like, Gallagher is the DJ Wanham of this world. DJ Wanham gets like 8 sacks a year or something, I don't know, and then Gallagher's getting like half a sack a year. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, just there's so much weird stuff like that. But Christian Gonzalez, 2 picks and then 1 for 4 different players. MVP goes to Thomas Truman, president-ass name. President-ass haircut. I guess not really, but old haircut. That looks like my hair today. I mean, not really, but some days I like physically can't get my hair down. I don't know. It just stays puffy up. Drives me insane because it looks weird. That's very random. I don't know why I felt like talking about that, but Drake May at number 6. Rashee Rice wins his 40th Offensive Player of the Year, cementing himself as the best drunk driver of all time, not named Michael Jordan, I guess. I don't know. Why is he doing... He does so insanely well in this game, it's not even funny. D. Dockery at number 4, Drake May at 5. This Dwayne Hubbard guy is crazy. Defensive Player of the Year for the Broncos. Hines Allen at 8, Ramsey at 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Ben Wall because there are hardly any rookies starting anymore. And wait, was there another Patriot? No, I'm blind. Defensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Daniel Harden, so we sweep the awards. Mayo all the way down at 7 and Forbes at 8, so I guess there were some defensive rookies playing, but we do thankfully get it. But the Bengals, why can we not escape the Bengals? I've never done this before. I'm not dealing with this. We are not getting swept by the Bengals in the playoffs. Call me lame. I do not care for a single second. I am force winning this. I don't care. We're the better team. We've been the better team. Every single time we've played them, I'm force winning it. I've legitimately, I don't think I've ever done this in a rebuild, but I'm not doing this again. We are not doing this again. We are beating the Bengals. They're gonna somehow overcome the force win and beat us. I don't care if you don't like that. We are not doing this. What was the score? We beat them by 10. Cool. All right, I got my force win out of my system. I've been wanting to do it for a while. We can lose to the Raiders now. That's fine. Oh no, we beat them. Okay, cool. We win 44-13. We absolutely smoke them. I mean, maybe this game fixed us. I don't know. All right, well, we can lose to the... I would feel worse if we lose to the Broncos. I don't know why. Whatever. They're the home team, I guess. We should be the home team because we should have been better in the regular season, but can we move on to our first Super Bowl? No. Why did I even say anything? All right, let's get into the final offseason here. We still have stuff to think about with this team. Still, our defense, horrible. So guess what? We're changing it for the, like, 5th time. I don't even know how many times we've changed it. I don't even want to know. All I do know is I want to have a good defense. I mean, to be fair, though, we didn't actually have that good of a defense on paper this year. Like, an 87 overall now is probably, like, solid, I would assume. Let me see. There are teams with, like, 93 overall defenses, but I don't... Should we stick with the Bills defense, or the... No, I want to use the Bills defense, but should we stick with the Saints defense? I don't know. We're also not even the best team in the league. I thought we would maybe pass some teams up, but we're tied with some. We're lower than the Bucks. The Vikings are a 93. JJ McCarthy is just insane in this game. I still think Sam Darnold's gonna have a revenge tour, maybe, but we'll see. But all right, should we change the playbook? I guess so. I don't know, but maybe we shouldn't. Sometimes it messes with it when you switch the playbook. At least it can underperform for the first year. And if we get a decent pass rush, which we obviously didn't have, well, no, we kind of did actually, because we had what, probably 30 sacks, 32. That was still 4th or 5th worst in the league. The worst was 26 though. Last year was 16 from like multiple teams. Why was it so much higher this year? And the top teams had like 56. Simulation is so weird. Like, is that what sometimes creates these weird, like, overperforming seasons? I don't know. Like, it's so hard to figure out what happens. Like, it's so hard to figure out how this game is coded. It's so, like, what were they smoking when they were making this? That's such, like, an old person thing to say, but, like, one year the league has, like, I don't know how many total sacks happen per year, but this year it seems like almost double how many sacks happened last year. It's so strange. This game gives me such a headache. But all right, for re-signings, we still have some stuff to do, but Harrington was kind of ass, kind of not great. I mean, he's been doing well at guard, so no, we can't even afford him. Never mind. Should we just see who's available in free agency? I feel like that could be a good strat, just in case. We'll pick up the 5th year for Knowles, who's actually developed pretty well. He's up to an 87. I have my XP sliders for tight ends absolutely just cranked, but maybe I don't need to anymore. It seems like tight ends do develop in this game better than they did in Madden 24. So I might change that. I have them at like 150% XP. Maybe I'll go down to like 130. We'll see. But we'll pick up the 5th year. And then everyone else is just backups here, other than Unwenu, but he's been whatever. I've had worse, but I've definitely had better. But all right, let's see who's available in free agency. Actually, I want to check something first. Let's get creative here. Maybe. Let's check out defensive stats. Like, the most picks in the league was 5? That's crazy to me. Or is it just doing the thing where it doesn't show the... No, I think it is showing the full totals. All right, how good is Flowers? He's an 87 X factor, but last year he had no picks, and he only had 3 pass deflections this year. I'm not trusting that. Let's see, for pass deflections, Tyke Smith had 9. He has 32 here, though. It looks like his stats have been pretty, like, consistent, though. That's rare. He's at least not having 5 picks one year, 0 the next, like everybody else in Madden. But yeah, he's kind of old. He's only an 81 overall. Carlos Bonds looks like he's been good. Could trade for him, but I'm more so looking for a safety, but I guess we could do that. Maybe. Anthony Peck. He has 5 total picks in 6 years, 7 years. I know how to count. All right, so nobody's good in this game, but we are somehow worse. Cool. Let's get into let's get into the off season. We're gonna sign our first free agent in a while. Ooh, Sauce Gardner's here. He probably plays like garbage because he's a good player. I do want a pass rusher. I don't particularly see a great one, unless McClendon's good. Stanley McClendon. He was good this year. He hasn't been good every other year. Oh, wait. Will Bradley's here? When did he leave the team? He got Superstar Dev. I guess he left last year because we couldn't afford him, but he got Superstar Dev somehow. Brian Burns is here. If you've seen the Giants rebuild, you know how I feel about Brian Burns in Madden. Look at this. So it's not just when he's on my team. He gets like 3.5 sacks. He got 9 one year, but let's see. I mean, Tyron Ash is the highest overall safety in free agency. He just isn't good. He doesn't play well. So I guess we'll go for Sauce. And did I already check if we could restructure any deals? I guess I will. I don't think I did. Oh, okay. We can restructure quite a few probably. So we should actually have a lot of money for this last year, thankfully. Finally, we're out of cap hell. Took us long enough, but eventually it happened. Cool. But all right, we'll go for Sauce, and then we could go with a tackle. I mean, we do need a tackle, but who does well? Ooh, do I trust Joe Alt? It looks like he's been good lately, but I feel like we're gonna get some of this if we sign him. I don't know. He has 3 bad years and then 5 good years in terms of, Madden stats at least, which are still not amazing in real life, but whatever. You know what? I think we will try to sign him just because, like, I don't want to trust a rookie there, and then I guess Ash is like our only option. But we have no pass rushers. Like, did Josh Allen retire? He did. I feel like we need to trade for somebody. Ooh, hold on. Can I cheat the system a little bit here? We already have our offers submitted, right? Yeah, let's even go player friendly for Ash, just so we can get him, I guess. And I don't think that counts towards our cap space if we're trying to do a trade. Maybe it does. I don't know. Does it? Oh, I think it does. All right. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe we can, trade for somebody and then, those offers we're making won't count towards the cap, but they do. I'm having to mind game this so hard just to be decent. It sucks. Well, Micah Parsons still insane. I doubt we can afford him though. Let's see. There's Jaw Watson for the Commanders. It looks like he's pretty good, but he's obviously not on a rookie deal anymore, so he's going to be expensive. Let's see. We can withdraw. I guess we would either be withdrawing from Sauce or what's his name, Joe Alt, but we maybe could. Let's withdraw from Alt for a second because I'm not sure if he's going to be good. I guess I'm not sure if Watson will be good either, but he gives us our best shot. Let's see if they take a first. They don't. How about a 1 and a 3? They don't. How about a 1 and a 2 and then we get a 3? Cool. So we get a good pass rusher, hopefully, ideally. And can we restructure him? We can't. Oh yeah, I guess because we, or well, I don't know. I was gonna say I guess because we traded for him, but that isn't necessarily true. And then we will see if Sauce and Ash want to sign. Ash does, so let's restructure him. I was hoping Sauce would sign, because then we would have been able to restructure more money. Ash only saves 2 mil. How about Alt? Still no offers. Sauce, do you want to sign? He does. That's huge, especially because we're stealing from a division rival there. I mean, maybe he's been on a different team. I don't know, but we'll restructure him. Saves, oh, only 3 mil. I thought that would be a lot more, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get Joe Alt. Okay, we can get a green offer in, and he does sign. So we really strategized that offseason. We still got all 4 of the players we wanted. That's crazy. I'm surprised we were able to get away with that, but the team still isn't perfect. So let's see what we can do in the final draft of this offseason, or of this rebuild. I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not sure. We have a couple needs. But all right, in the draft, of course, no first round pick. We don't pick until I think round 3. I forgot we had to give up our second, but at least we have 2/3. I don't know what we're gonna do with these picks, because like it's gonna be hard to add any value to this team, but it's possible. We'll see. What am I hearing in the background? Oh, it's I forgot. It's the draft sound or whatever, the crowd in the background. That freaked me out. I was like, am I actually hearing voices? Am I going insane? But no. Well, that's debatable, but there is at least a sound. Did I pause? I gotta make sure I paused. Oh, whoa, that closed way out. I don't know how I did that. That was cool. Are we still in the, okay, well, we're back at the start of the draft. That's fun. I guess maybe there will be different players available. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, wait, there actually are. There was a good... Oh, no, he's still here. Okay. Dominique Stammer. He looks pretty good. A deep route, B spec catch, B release, B catching, even solid medium route. Elite acceleration. Just the weird thing is, right, he's a deep threat receiver with 4.52 speed. So he's I guess our Gabe Davis, but he's 179. He's tiny. Well, he's tall, but skinny and not very fast as a deep threat. That's not really what you want. I still think we'll take him because, like, he looks pretty good. Rank 38, got him at 72. Pretty good pick, but no dev trait. That was kind of a waste. Oh, I should have checked too. Were there any good linemen? Oh, I might have. Okay, no, I didn't mess up. Well, maybe, but nobody I focus scouted was super good. That's still available. Damn, we do need line pretty bad. We don't have a left tackle like on the roster. I wanted to draft multiple linemen this year, but there just isn't really one at all. Let's see, does anyone have like elite strength? Oops, no. Mike Weaver looks pretty good though. Great strength, good ratings from what I can tell. Rank 72, got him at 93. No dev trait though, whatever. I mean, that's what happens when you don't have a first round pick, to be fair, or second, but usually you can find pretty good linemen later, just not this year. And let's see, Sam Brooks looks solid. Skip the combine, has 4 elite traits. Easy pick there. He's not that great. And no dev trait. All right, I tried. Let's see, is there a good medium route runner? Garrison Kirkland looks fine. Maybe not. He has F release and deep route and possibly awareness, but B short route, B medium route, has elite acceleration, ran a 4.37. I don't know what else to do. Ooh, okay, he's an early second round talent. Of course, no dev trait. Did we hit a single one? I don't think we did. That's rough, but we got decent players, so what else can we do? But Stamer is a 75. I guess we would have been better off doing something else there because Kirkland is the same overall and a year younger, so I think Kirkland's gonna start. And then Weaver and Brooks are both whatever. I mean, every pick was technically good because they were ranked higher than where we picked them, but not great. But I mean, again, we didn't pick until the 3rd round, so just imagine Watson also up here instead of our 1st and 2nd round picks, so we'll take it. Oh, I forgot to do a question of the day today. I've been forgetting so bad. Should I, or is it too late in the video? It might be too late in the video. Now, we'll say question of the day. Let me know this down in the comments. I feel like I've maybe asked this before, but things have kind of changed, I guess, since the last time I've asked it. But what team do you think is the biggest sleeper team in the NFL? Usually when I answer this, I guess I curse whatever team I answer. Well, that's more so like Super Bowl predictions, because I predicted the Bengals last year, and then Joe Burrow immediately got hurt in practice, and then played the first half of the year hurt, and then got really hurt for the rest of the year, so that was fun. Sorry, Bengals fans. But let's see, who do I think is going to be sleeper team? I'm going to say, I mean, maybe the Bengals again. I feel like, you know, they were fine last year, even though they had to start Jake Browning, who like did all right, but should they be my answer, or are they just going to get hurt again? You know what, I'll say the Bengals, because I don't really see much hype for them. I think they got really better in the offseason. That's not a sentence, but the Bengals are my pick. I also think the Colts could be a sleeper team, but let me know your predictions down in the comments. You can answer multiple sleeper teams if you want. on. Ooh, Amon-Ra St. Brown is here. Darius McCoy, a pretty good speed rusher. Okay, hold on. Do we have cap space? I think we do, right? I don't know why I closed out of it. I can just click on them and see if we do. Not enough. Unlucky. Let's see. We might be able to free some up. Maybe. It's gonna be tough. I don't think we can restructure anyone. That kind of sucks. Maybe we can, but it's gonna be tough. We can restructure Joe Walt. I guess we could cut and re-sign Drake May, but that might be kind of lame. I mean, I might. I'm tempted, even though that would maybe be cheating. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I care anymore. So now we can get Amon-Ra St. Brown and Darius McCoy. Now, there's no promise that either of them even do remotely well, but we might as well sign them. Why not? Tavondre Sweat's here too. That would be an upgrade, but he is old as hell. There's a decent tackle, Frank Tatum. Let's say we just came to an agreement with Drake May, and he understands the process. He took a big pay cut. He pulled a Tom Brady. Let's say that. He wanted to follow in Tom Brady's footsteps and, you know, take a team-friendlier deal to be good. Is that a good enough excuse? I don't care. But all right, here we are heading into the final year, up to a 94 overall. This team is, we almost have a 99 overall offense. We're at a 97. I don't know if this is the best 10-year rebuild team I've ever built. This might just be one of the best teams I've built, period. This team is crazy. I mean, we were just like an 88 at the start of last offseason or something like that. Now already back up to a 94, so, you know, we gotta check. I mean, it's safe to say that I've done my part in making this team good on paper. I'm the GM, but I guess I ain't the coach. I mean, kind of, but I mean, it's debatable. But the Vikings are a 93. They're close. It's crazy that there are teams close to us, but they might be the only one that's close. The Cowboys are a 92, but that's about it. There are a few 91s, but we do have the best roster in the league once again. So surely this will result in some wins, right? It should. But yeah, really good team. We'll have to bench some players at the midseason probably, but I think we're just going to get straight to the end of the year, at least for what I'm going to show. But yeah, I mean, there isn't really much else for us to go over with this team. I guess it's cool that Harden got Superstar for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Same with Wall. I was kind of surprised Wall didn't already have Superstar, but at least he got it. But all right, y'all know the team by this point. It's really good. Let's get to the end of year number 10. And please, can we do well? We can, barely. We do make the playoffs, going 11-6. We had to do some stuff at the midseason, including changing our defensive playbook. We just switched to the Bills, my good old classic 4-3 defense. We had the best offense in the league for a while, as you would hope. It only ended up third, despite being, now, for maybe the first time in channel history, a 99 overall. I think this is officially the best offense I've ever had, and to be fair, it didn't really play like it. I mean, it was close, but it should have been easily the best in the league. And then our defense was bad again, big shocker there. At least it got better, because it was 30th, I think, for points per game and yards, like pass yards or something. But Drake May was fine. 3,900 yards, 24 touchdowns, only 6 picks. Like, good year, but not nearly as good as he has been. 1,100 yards for Dockery, 6 touchdowns, or 16 touchdowns. This feels like a year where we were coded to be bad, but the team was just so good on paper that it didn't matter. I saw something interesting. Hankins, 999 yards, 1 yard away from 1,000, 11 touchdowns. St. Brown did well, but blocking. Yeah, I'm surprised we had a good offense. This was horrible. I don't know what to do about this, so I'm just maybe not gonna do anything about it, because what can I do at this point? This game sucks so bad. 108 tackles for Victor Gary, led the team. 100 for Harden. TFLs 15 for Watson. Good trade there. 12 for Ramsey and Hodge. And sacks, 17.5 for Tyrone Ramsey. He's been insanely good. These last 4 years, he's had like 50 total sacks or something like that. I don't know what this adds up to, but probably close. 12 for Watson, so that was a good trade, and then 9 for McCoy. That was a good signing. I mean, he was just an unsigned free agent. No dev trait, but he's been a backup. He had 1 12-sack year for the Chiefs. He did well for the Chiefs, just got kind of put on the bench for the Colts, but did well for us. How did he not get star dev having a year like this? I don't know. Whatever. Just Madden things, I guess. And then picks, 3 for Gary, 2 for Mayo, Ash, and Gardner, 1 for Gonzalez. Sure, we'll take it. But MVP goes to Thomas Truman. Patrick Mahomes on the Ravens now. I saw Lamar on the Eagles. Interesting. D. Dockery wins Offensive Player of the Year. Arguably his worst year so far, but still did well. Defensive Player of the Year goes to, of course, a division... Or, no, we're not the Ravens. Goes to Bill Griffin for the Bengals. Ramsey at number 3. I'm a little surprised he didn't win it, but whatever. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to a Steelers player, and Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Deion Harris with the mutton chops for the Bills. There's a division rival, of course. Geathers at number 9. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember, but I'm again half tempted to force win this just because. I don't think I'm gonna jump into any games here just because I want to get this video out at a decent time. Like, I wanted to have this uploading by now, but shocker, I ran out of time. Like, that doesn't happen in every rebuild I've ever done, but either way, I did my job here, so you can't be too mad at me for us underperforming. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I guess that really fits in this situation. But we are the highest overall team in the league by 3 overall. The Vikings and the Cowboys are 93s. We are a 96. We are legitimately close to a 99 overall team, and we went 11-6. Oh my God. What do I do? All right, let's bench the lineman. I don't know if that's going to make it play better, but we might as well try. I mean, this was kind of a defensive issue more than anything, but let's throw Rhodes at left guard, Pierman at right, and then Weaver at right tackle, because Tatum was horrible. And other than that, I don't know what else to do. I guess that's probably all we can do. We suffer from not having much depth because we've, invested so much money in the starters. But I mean, we still have pretty good depth, just not as good as we usually have, which is like basically a whole starting team as our backups. But all right, I think we both know, both you and me, we both know how this game's gonna go. We're 6 overall better than the Colts here. 8 overall on offense, 4 on defense. Let's see what happens. Can we win? Please. We're at home. Oh no. We do win, but we are going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional. You know what I gotta do. I'm sorry if you don't like this. I get it. It's cheating, but we deserve at least a tiny bit of cheating. I'm force winning this against the Bengals. The Bengals are my arch nemesis here. I say fuck them. We're force winning. We have a storyline here. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't read it. I'm on like Instagram Reels right now. Someone has a swollen ass neck. I don't know what that is. That looks gross. Mike Weaver, I don't know. Pass block power. I didn't press A there, by the way, and we didn't run out of time. We still had time. Okay, but all right, we know what's happening here. I'm not losing. We're not finishing this rebuild by losing to the Bengals. God, we're even 7 overall better than the Bills here. All right, what's this? We won't force win this one. Apparently Mike Weaver's a problem. I don't know. We'll go power again. I, again, think that's our scheme. At this point, I don't know if I care. Is that our scheme? Is it power? I think it is. Yeah, so now he has pretty good pass block power. It's still only a 79 somehow with 2 +5s, but, or maybe it was just a temporary +5. I don't know, but he only has +8 now. Whatever, who cares? Possibly the final game of this rebuild. We are 12 overall better than them on offense. A 99 to their 87. They have a better defense, apparently. We're both 99s, but it gives it to them. Realistically, we should absolutely just wipe the floor with them. But can we move on to our first Super Bowl of the rebuild? We cannot. Unlucky.